Happy
Hello,
Sunday.
ladies and jerks.
Hello, everybody.
I'm so damn lost. I'm out here just holidaying, having me a good time. And I'm like, what the hell's going on, guys?
Yes, for the first time in ages, I floated over to Ziggy's because I heard that she was going through the house listing for Jackie Dobbs's house, I believe, sort of like an essential part of the summer case, seeing the inside of somebody's house. And while I was in there, I was unfortunate enough to catch speculation about the fact that we were a bunch of liars who owed her an apology. And then it was said that we all went in there mob-handed. There were two of us, me and Eliza. That is not mob-handed. That's two people separately going into your chat. And so I thought, right, drop me a link. And she said that she would email me a link. So I emailed her, and she said that I hadn't emailed, which is a shame because I'd already screenshotted my sent email and put it in the Discord. So everybody that I knew that I'd already sent it. And then I wrote in her chat, I have emailed you. And then suddenly she discovered it. So I went up there. I don't know what I imagined was going to happen because eventually she just muted me. So I dropped because I'm not going to stay up there to make it look as if you are telling me off and I have nothing to say in reply.
Right.
If you're not actually going to let me speak, then there's no point me being up there. So I dropped. Of course, the chat were charming. Good job I don't give a fuck. I think my special favourite of all the comments was Rosa B telling me to keep out of America. Rosa, I don't know how to explain this to you simply enough. My going up onto the panel, not only does it not involve me leaving the country, it doesn't involve me leaving my sofa.
Yeah, bless her
The internet is not America. And in fact, the internet was invented by an Englishman, but we don't like to brag. Tim Berners-Lee, look it up, you might learn something. You don't get a chance to tell anybody where they can and can't go. But, keep being your bad self if you think that you actually make any difference. Which leads me to Georgia Peach.
Yeah.
Georgia Peach's claim is that we believed Alita for so long because we are probably all fraudsters too. It's interesting that you use that argument, Georgia Peach, because that was part of the problem. We were labelled all criminals. All of us were all criminals. We were all going to be exposed. And it was exactly that overemphasis on all of us being criminals that allowed us to believe Lolita for so long. When you lie and you say that everybody is a criminal and those people know that they're not criminals, they will tend to believe the story of the one person who does have a criminal background. Do you not see how you fed into that whole problem? Of course, you won't accept that because you're not really open to any sort of conversation. You have your set beliefs and nothing is going to change that. But that was expressly part of the problem. When you name everybody as a criminal, you immediately put people in a situation where they go, well, I know I'm not. So this person is probably telling the truth. You're part of the problem. And then, of course, we have the delightful Jam 420.
Oh, God.
Your sad little
Charming,
attempt
isn't she?
to paint me as a fragile flower in need of attention. Like Ziggy, implying that my illness is made up. It just smacks of desperation. Your comments are as hurtful as they are correct, meaning zero. I would have to respect you for your comments to touch me in any way. But the thing is, it's funny that you say that we like to defend con artists, because if anybody has a reputation around here as defending con artists, it would be you, Jam 420. From going into bat for the lab after he admitted what he'd done and the phone calls came out, to now going to bat for Ziggy when if she didn't take that money, she wouldn't have needed somebody else to help her pay it back now, would she? Think about it. It's not a difficult equation, even for you. But you really do go to bat for creators who like to con their subs, don't you?
She does. She really does.
So, ladies, how was your Sunday?
Well, I was in the
Same as
grocery
yours.
store, and then I come out and I hear Pearl. I hear Pearl on Ziggy's, and all I hear is Ziggy squalling, yelling, doing her typical temper tantrum, looking probably at the ceiling, away from the computer. She's very weird. And I knew that she had kept muting you. And there was one of them in there. I think it's country something. Y'all got to stop with these country names. Country this, country that. Please get something new. Tried to use my own line against me. You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed. Get you a shirt with my name on it and wear that around. But I was listening, commenting. I didn't know if I was blocked or not. Y'all let me know. I think Nico said that
I saw you get blocked. I saw you
Yeah,
get
oh, I
blocked.
figured. Well,
Yeah,
I
you
just
were
wanted to ask one thing. Well, a couple of things before I got blocked is what happened with you and Jenna? Did Jenna fumble this whole situation? What made you have to take it back from Jenna?
Fumbled the bag.
Yeah, I fumbled the bag. What happened there? And also, did you know, Ziggy, about Lolita? Because according to her, how did we not know? Well, again, we'll go back to that old thing we've been saying for a while. I don't Google, my friends, not on the internet. So did you know, Ziggy?
Well, we know Ziggy Googles everybody, looks up their background, whatnot. She had to have known. She just didn't care when it was beneficial to her, is my thought. But what the fuck do I know?
Well, again, we just can't win, which is fine with me. I don't want to win with losers.
I think that, I mean, the main reason that I did want to go up was I am absolutely sick. The two lies that are really bugging me at the moment. I accept that we were wrong to defend Lolita in the misbelief that what she was saying to us was true. Okay? But we did that because we believed it was true. As long as I have known Lolita, I have believed that Mary Beth was the carer for her son. And so I firmly believe that the Mary Beth that you were exposing was somebody who was only vaguely connected to Lolita, and you were going to decimate this woman's life incorrectly because of some beef that you got with Lolita. I genuinely 100% believed that.
Oh, yeah.
And
No.
how
I did too.
Can we talk about how she even had that information to do that with?
She
Yeah.
got
Because it was the
from
name
a
on a
cell.
parcel when she sold cosmetics.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's
and
what I
customers'
called the
information.
authorities about, Ziggy. That's the only thing I've contacted the authorities about in regards to you, is what you did to me personally. Personally.
Meaning she
All
bought
right? Has
something
nothing
off
to
you.
do with me doing anything with calling CPS, you filthy whore.
I fucking love it.
Wow, Eliza doesn't talk like that today. Must have been bad.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of her saying stupid shit like that. I
And
would
it was
never
actually
do
her
that.
saying that it was her saying that Eliza had called CPS that made me want her
Yeah.
to drop a link. That is not true. You're saying that because it's practically impossible for anyone to prove either way whether CPS was called or not. You know that for a fact, and you know we can't find anything out to disprove you. So you can say it and you can try and make it stick. Even though we have spent episode after episode saying, do not weaponize CPS. And we specifically defended you. Third of our lives at Circle Jerk. Go back and look at it. It's entitled, You Can Roast Someone Without Burning Their House Down.
Yep.
And it is all about the weaponization of CPS against YouTube creators by several subs in this whole sector. And we defended you specifically, Ziggy. And now you're trying to say that we called CPS on you. It's a lie. So that bugged me. And more
Yeah, it's
especially this
odd that
constant lie that we did not see a license. We did.
It's odd that she is now claiming that the jerks called CPS when how long had she said CPS has been being called on her? Long
God,
before we ever formed the jerks
From her
or
first
even
day
fell
in
away
this
from
new
her.
house.
Yeah. First day.
Somebody called
Suddenly-
CPS about the water situation.
I find it funny that everybody that she argues with or has a little tiff with, automatically they're calling CPS on her.
Yeah.
It happened with Benny. It happened with Six. It's happening with us. It's ridiculous. You know why people are calling CPS, and that has nothing to do with us up here. People are calling CPS because of your lack of parenting online. We used to beg you when we were your mods. We're begging you now. Leave your daughter out of this shit.
Amen.
Yeah.
And people are concerned with them curtains. It frightens people.
And she got mad at me this whole thing today. She got mad at me about asking about a picture posted on her community tab. I honestly thought it was the same picture. My bad. I didn't recognize there was a difference. But the point is the same. They're so similar. Why are you crying about one when, but whatever. It was an honest mistake.
An even clearer picture on your own community wall. I think that was the point that you were getting at, and she wanted to make it about it being a different picture. Really,
I didn't pay enough attention to realize that they were different. They were very
Can
similar.
I just say to Jay Marie, I'm sorry, Jay Marie, I didn't see your message. I would imagine it's got pushed down the sidebar because I've had other messages come in after it. I will specifically go and look because I really wanted to hear from you. So thank you so much for messaging me. I'm tired.
I just want to know which one of you jerks is calling the cops, because I thought that it was actually Ziggy that was the cop caller. I actually have a video on my channel where she called the cops. She called the cops on me. I shared that also. She is actually the cop caller.
She's hella pissed that we've invited you up on our panel.
Yeah, and I just want to say, hey, Six, I have never called the cops. I did go through the proper steps of reporting somebody for utilizing my information, giving it out based on purchases I made, based on a business account she had, licensed with the state. There are routes, there are privacy laws to protect consumers. Yeah. And I'm sorry, some asshole is lighting fireworks off in the middle of the freaking day.
Wondering.
So it's not gunshots, it's fireworks. It's daytime, guys. Come on.
It's happening here too.
But bingo, that's the same reason that I have contacted authorities. Has nothing to do with any of that other stuff. Ziggy is trying to deflect. She also wants everyone to forget about what she did to Cindy. She wants that all forgotten about. She wants to say that it didn't happen, that we made it up, that we're lying. We produced receipt after receipt after receipt on it.
Can I say something real quick to Dino?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just saw her in the chat. Dino, did you watch Ziggy? Because she gave you a shout out.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't nice.
Wait a minute. Nico was in there. Oh, did she give Dino a shout out?
Oh, God. She's like, first time I went to Dino's chat, she was like, oh, celebrities in my chat. What the fuck, bitch?
Just
You're
because,
the only one that sees you as a celebrity YouTube. Ziggy.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
dumbass
Real
Ziggy
talk.
doesn't realize that Dino treats everybody like they're special. Everybody. I've always seen her treat everyone that comes into her chat
Dino's just
as
a really
somebody
good
special.
person. Yeah.
Hey, can I give a special shout out to Ziggy?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Shut up, you fat ass walrus.
Poor Julie. Fucking apple.
Can we roll Julie's Julie's
That
show
was
now?
freaking
I think that's
awesome,
a-
Julie.
So-
So
Is it?
angry. And I love
I don't
I
think-
got that from cornbread, sorry.
I love her.
Give me a moment to upload it.
In the words of the wise cornbread.
Yeah, it's not uploaded here.
It cracked me up.
Oh,
We'll
that's a
get to
shame.
it a little later in the show.
Perfect timing, though.
What have you
I
done
know.
to my Jubilee? She won't even say her middle name, but she goes to one of
No.
yours, one of your lives, and look at her. I love it.
Ziggy,
say-
you broke. You
ahead.
broke Julie fucking Applewhite.
When she went after Pearl and CT and Eliza, I'm like, seriously? She treated
She doesn't.
Pearl like
She
crap.
had horrible things
It's
to say
there.
about. Okay, she had horrible things to say about me because I tell the truth. I tell you what I really think. I thought she liked all opinions. She
No.
lied. She does not.
No,
then
she
it
likes
came
people
about us all being
gaslighting
sick.
her and believing her bullshit.
At the same
Eliza
time.
said she lied.
All right, give me a second. Here we go. This is for Julie.
You're so freaking awesome. I wish that I could be her. Too bad you're such a little prick. Why don't you lick my shit, you fucking bitch? And fuck your parents for having such a kind of a kid. Remember that I hate you. And please don't forget to go fuck yourself. La da 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 day. La da 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 do. Go fuck yourself.
Y'all
That's
hit
for you,
that
Ziggy. That's
smash
just
that
for
like
you,
button
Ziggy.
For Julie fucking Applewhite.
I can't help but sing to it.
I love
I
it.
know I need it on my phone as a
Ringtone. That would be an awesome ringtone.
Speaking
Well,
of everybody,
I
Six
love it.
Up got her merch.
I did.
yeah, did.
Let me
I
tell you
did,
how
and
excited
I will be on my
I'm
4K
bad, wait.
giveaway on my 4th of July. I'm gonna do my 4K giveaway, and I will do as I promised and turn my camera on and show you guys wearing my Julie fucking Applewhite shirt.
And now she
And-
gets
That's amazing.
Full
This is
circle.
a perfect time for me to say that today is the last day of the 15% off all your purchases there at the
That's
Jerk
right.
Merch
like you,
Shop. So
Marlena.
go get your merch.
I was in the middle of a
Only
voice
do
note
it.
with Six Up, and all of a sudden she's talking real serious. I think my Julie fucking Applewhite merch is here. Click.
I'm glad I don't have relatives that I know
I love
of
it.
around.
Julie, you should just buy all your kids some merch for
No.
Christmas.
Oh my gosh, they'd have a bonfire. Mom, you're not wearing that.
No, you know what? I'll make a special one for you that says above it, "My mom is," and then
Oh,
Julie
that's
fucking
funny. I love
Applewhite.
it.
That would be perfect.
I like that.
Can
Well,
I
I
just
think we should
say,
play
She's
please, real
speechless.
quick, guys? Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll embrace it. Hey, Barbie.
I just want to say to the people in Ziggy's chat and Ziggy herself, Pearl is not a weak person. The first thing that you said, Ziggy, when you were trying to control everything, because you are losing control clearly always, was that you did not want Pearl to come up there and gaslight you. But the very first thing you did was gaslight her.
Tried to.
And your chat continued to do, they follow you, right? They follow and they gaslit her. And Pearl, she has a kind of strength like I've never seen. I've just gotten to know Pearl. Ziggy never did, and that was the entire point.
Yep.
It was the entire point when I left there, was that she doesn't care. And nothing's changed. If she really thought that Pearl was going to come up there and whoever, maybe Eliza or whoever, and she was going to gain some ground in getting her sense back. That's what she thought.
Oh,
was
she
gonna happen.
thought.
Yeah. But she wouldn't even let Pearl talk. And that, for you, Ziggy, to say that anybody else is weak when you don't even leave your recliner is laughable.
It is. You lost out, Ziggy, on actually knowing such an amazing woman such as Pearl.
Yep.
That is all you done. That's all you've ever done in life is lose. So I'm not surprised.
You lot are going to
Well, I
make my
mean-
head as big as my backside if you're not careful.
I mean, I can think of words to describe Pearl, but I would have never thought of weak. What else was said?
I don't know. I don't want to black out, so don't tell me too much. I might go over there.
No, there was a lot, both in chat and Ziggy. I mean, they don't know who she is. They have no idea because the words being used to describe her are none that I would ever use.
Well, they just don't know her. They're just going along.
Oh, the ones that I saw before I left was that I needed sympathy and I'm fragile. The reason that I
Fragile, I
mentioned her
did see that.
response to my diagnosis was because the fact that she said what when it was in public and then said nothing else, either publicly or privately, indicated the lack of relationship that we had. That was the point that I was trying to make. You people fixating on somehow making that out to be me needing sympathy. You're just missing the mark completely. I was trying to use that as an indicator of one-sided relationshipness, that you feel that you are involved in a creator's channel, but actually you're not important to them whatsoever. That's why I said you regard the subs like Sims. You know, they only exist when you're there and that they don't have anything happening outside of that. But of course, because you all just want to try and have a dig, you'll fail dismally, by the way. You could not think of anything to say that could touch me. I am a world-class coffin dodger. Insults don't even make me hesitate, so feel free.
World-class coffin dodger.
Well, I think we need to bring up Ziggy's live and we need to give commentary on it because I have a lot to say.
Yes, please, because I completely missed it. I got here like, what, 10 minutes before you guys went live? Like, what's going on,
Maybe
guys?
they don't even know. She's only knowing what we tell her. So, yeah, let's pull up a little bit of it. Fair use. Say something.
A lot of people haven't seen it, I don't think, because a lot of people are asking what Pearl was on panel.
Yeah.
And
Well, they
again,
don't watch Ziggy, so
I seen a comment when I was watching because I was, of course, watching. Pearl was there, and it's Queen Pearl to the rest of you.
That's always been Queen Pearl. Yep.
mhm.
And can I just say that oh, sorry, I'm trying to think how to word this, and it's most unlikely. Yeah, I'll come back to it.
She's got to look how she is. She's like, I got to think of how to word this, but I'll be back. But yeah, Tanga missed all of it. I missed most of it because I was in the grocery store. I come back, I'm talking to everybody, and they're ignoring me. Well, damn it, Pearl's on panel. Pearl's on panel with Ziggy. So I click over there, and I'm listening. I'm hearing Ziggy just having a complete meltdown, and Pearl always in charge, always in control. Shout out to Pearl.
Yeah, I was hearing a lot of screeching. I mean,
Squealing.
Yeah.
she just
I
gets so
wonder if
flustered.
people in her channel felt that even though we've spent so much time discussing the terrible things that she has done, and yet she still said that I was in her top 3 of favourite people who've been members of her channel.
Right.
I'd like to know
I
who those
don't know
other
whether
two
that's
are.
delusional or
It's
insulting
not
to the
me.
people
I
who
can
are
tell
there.
you that. It's not me. She made that clear. It's not
She doesn't
me.
even remember, guys, I'm alive. So
I know.
I could be there, but I gave her
But
more money. So.
I didn't try to have a
Same.
personal relationship with her, though, and I've
didn't
always maintained that.
No.
Yeah.
I remembered what it was that I wanted to say. It was about when she mentioned that Harley had been emailing her, and I said,
Yeah.
Harley, Bobby, hates your guts. I stand by that, Bobby. I'm sorry, but it was mentioned to me first. I didn't bring you up first. And as for I only came up to try and build this channel. Please, I promise you, there is nobody in your chat that I am desperate to have over here. No
No,
one.
that
Right.
actually works
Not
against
one.
us. That works against us. The whole Ziggy thing. An alliance with her was no. So Eliza, when we started Circle Jerk Show, Eliza wanted to keep Ziggy close. I didn't. And I would often express to her that hurts us. Most of us did. But she had this claim to have this
Wait a
irrational
minute. Wait a
feeling.
minute.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
I
Stop.
can't picture that being Eliza.
Lolita, take back.
Okay, I'm like trying to picture Eliza.
What is it
Damn
about
it.
those
Why does
names?
everybody say Eliza?
Okay, Elsa.
Elsa gets blamed for everything.
Elsa.
Poor
No,
old
y'all,
Elsa.
not Eliza. Lolita. Okay, back to what I was saying.
Eliza
Lolita-
wanted to call out Ziggy way sooner.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and
True.
Harley
True
definitely
facts.
did. And I didn't want anything to do with it because to me, she just made us look worse. We looked like a joke and we were always being called Ziggy's cheerleaders. I hated that shit. Ugh. So, no, Ziggy, you don't help us at all.
Yeah, we're not looking for your subs.
No, I don't
It's
want
like
them.
her saying that she doesn't shit talk people on the phone. Well, at the very least, you don't mind other people doing it, do you? Because we've heard that. We never heard your part of the conversation, so the jury's still out on the you don't shit talk people on the phone. I've never
Yeah.
spoken to you on the phone, so I couldn't say either way. But I know where my suspicion goes. And also, this Ziggy, I mean, I can hardly put the words together on this one because my mind was just blown. Which is probably an unfortunate metaphor for me to use after the last fortnight that I've had. She said that we record and screenshot and keep everything. Projection much?
Oh, wow.
Right? That's the
Wow.
one that plays people's recorded phone calls.
You ever
I
seen
have no
any of
Rich
our
coming
recorded
from
phone
her,
calls.
isn't it? I don't
Have
have
you
recorded
ever
phone
seen
calls.
any of our screenshots out and phone calls? I don't think you have.
No, I don't record anybody.
No.
The
it's
only
weird.
time I've recorded is when I called the Hopkins County Jail the other night, and I think I called one other time I sent 6 a recording, right? I specifically recorded 2 calls for something.
I could probably pull up the email that I sent Ziggy telling her before she did that raffle that it was illegal. I could pull up that email and show it.
Wow. Wow. So somebody that was clear-minded and obviously educated, and she's actually made that clear to everyone that all of these women are very educated, intelligent women. You mean you told her that the raffle was illegal and she
Yeah,
still
I
did it?
sure did. I told her, hey, I looked
Damn.
into this because actually it was Six Up who made me wonder. I didn't say that part because, so I looked it up to see if Six Up was right. And she was. And I looked about, like, is there ways around it? I could find no ways around it. So I let her know, hey, here it is. Here's the information. If you still decide, if you decide not to do this, you can go ahead and keep my money and consider it a donation.
Yeah.
But I have that email.
Elsa
we could
does
put
her
that out.
research.
And did you catch that, people? That's as far back as when the raffle happened, that there were people amongst us who were already listening to what Six Up was saying and accepting the truth of it. This is not some bizarre alliance that has only happened because we all fell out with Ziggy. Daylight was dawning on us gradually over many months. This wasn't some sudden decision. The situation with Cindy was the breaking point because it was the last thread. The threads have been fraying for months.
Oh, I'm so glad.
And then when we found out that this had happened with Cindy, that was the last thread to break. This was not an immediate thing. This was not but this bizarre concoction that she's got about how Cindy and us as a group, that we set her up.
Yeah.
And that we all pretended to be ill and it was all some big plan and blah, blah, blah. No, this was happening for months.
Oh, God, I'm glad you
Drip
brought
by
that
drip,
up.
whether it was the bizarre situation crying like the Blair Witch Project outside the U-Haul
She
place,
did.
or the whole situation with Jason, which was an absolute cringe fest beyond belief. The lack of dignity. I mean, my God, what lack of self-control and dignity do you have to actually state on a public live that your new boyfriend not only is completely disinterested and won't even come to the close place that you've rented in order so that he doesn't have to travel far, but that he doesn't want to go down on you? Please spare me the details. I did not need to
choked
know.
on my coffee.
And
Yes,
I
I'm
can't
sorry.
relate. So I can't relate to you on that.
But yeah, from the raffle, the lies about the car, you had a car, the way that you treated Jim's family, the threads were breaking and breaking and breaking, and Cindy was the last thread because we love Cindy.
Did you not
And
notice?
regardless of all the things that are obviously true that you come out with about Lolita, and again, I will say, how can you criticise somebody showing an image of your daughter? I
Yeah.
believe it's wrong, don't get me wrong, but how can you criticise that when you've just spent ages digging over somebody's life, motivated purely by revenge? You didn't know you were going to find all that stuff, but you went looking anyway, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So don't come all holier than thou, because you're not. You were motivated by
And she didn't
revenge,
dig up
and you hit
anything
pay dirt.
worse than what she has done in her life.
And
Yeah.
Ziggy, that was a weak call out to Doug. That was weak as hell. Girl, you
It
better get
was.
some backbone and grit to you. If somebody, I won't say what all I would do, but if somebody put my child on YouTube, you know that saying we hear so much around here? They went real life. Okay, well, just keep that in mind. But you were like, anyway, moving right along. Lord.
Because she don't care. She will exploit
doesn't.
whatever she can, including her own child.
Amen.
Right.
Well,
Period.
she
Point blank.
also
Her child
knows-
asked her to get offline. She promised that child she would. Now her child is in there today talking about another creator who has a bunch of subscribers, by the way, sharing her picture. Ziggy does not care.
Well, she also knows that Doug does not give two shits about getting dirty. He will go there. He will dig up and put out everything. Ziggy, you have a past. How dare you go on like you didn't? I saw people in your chat saying 6up was a criminal, that Lolita was a criminal, and that Ziggy wasn't a criminal. You better check again.
Yeah.
She's got
let's
a
face it,
history.
Ziggy. Let's face it here, you would have a lot more charges under your belt if you hadn't have had somebody that you could extort on tap in your house. Jim was your money on tap. If you hadn't had him there, what other scams would you have been running?
That's a good question. Because
Well,
she
there's
took
even
the
a
news
few
out
that
of
are
her.
so
The woman,
much.
the
I'm sorry.
woman has only been married one time, right? What?
Yeah.
Can
money.
anybody talk about her
A marriage
marriage?
for money. A marriage
On the
for
next
money.
episode of 90 Day Fiance, yes.
That's illegal.
Which is completely illegal, by the way. It is
Yes.
illegal.
It's a federal
She
crime.
is a known scammer. Has been. So for her to call out Lolita, okay, thank you. No wonder you two got along. You're both trash. You're both trash.
Well, and the thing is I have no proof of Lolita scamming anybody. Nobody has come forward with evidence that she got any money from them financially that I saw anyway.
Well, maybe not like Ziggy did on the internet, but you know, the day is.
I don't believe
Lolita was a
I don't believe
catfish and
that-
she hid everything.
No, I think that there will be more to come.
There very well could be.
I'm with
I think
6up.
that
There'll be more.
I think that there's no way that she did all this shit for no outcome. She did it for something.
Yep.
And I
I'm
don't
sure
think
she
it's
did
gonna
it.
work.
I'm
I'm
beginning
sure
to
she
think
had a
that way.
reason for it.
Yep.
I'm sure she had a reason for it, but
But we
that's
had no
really
reason to
not
believe
my
that there was
problem.
something.
I believed her all the way up until
We all
I
did.
didn't.
We all did.
Yeah.
I can
And
vouch
then once
for
I
these
didn't,
ladies.
I was done.
I can
Let's
vouch
just
for
say
them.
believe.
And I know my word doesn't mean anything to a lot of people, but I will say that I've been in their Discord and I was closest to Lolita actually. I spoke to her almost daily. I was so close to her during the time that my fiance's father was near death that it makes me sick to think of the things that I shared with this woman. And I was
Yes.
not the only one. Okay. The fact that she lied to me directly about her name and several other things are what lit a red flag. Even though red flag used to be my favorite color, it's not anymore, guys. And it's just not. I've seen it. And these ladies came to me before I had to come to them. That says a lot to me. They did not lie. They have apologized for their part. They feel bad for taking up for somebody they thought was someone else. But you're not going to come on here and lie and tell people that they knew better. And you're not going to see the fucking badge, Ziggy. Nobody, listen, you're not fucking owed shit, by the way.
Not a thing.
Nope.
Not a fucking thing. Excuse me.
No,
ladies, sorry.
and the business
No,
with the
let it out.
license bugs me because if you show the license unedited, then you immediately leave another woman's name and career out there for idiots to mess around with. Don't tell me that if we showed the picture, people wouldn't start contacting her. I don't
And she's
want that to
probably
happen.
an innocent victim.
Of course,
So
she's an
why
innocent
would
victim.
why would we want her tied up in all of this? All that we can tell you is that what we saw, we believed was reality. We didn't go look up the numbers
Yeah.
and things like that until we finally said,
We had to.
something doesn't smell right, and then we
We
did.
had
But
to.
Yeah.
we're not putting that out there. We saw a badge with a license number on there. We absolutely saw that.
It's a no-win situation. If we put out the real badge, you will all make this woman's life a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
And if we edit it, you will just say that it's a lie. There's
Yeah.
no
Right.
winning. All I can
If we
say to
edit
you
it, you
is
won't know what we saw, and it won't make
exactly,
sense.
exactly that. So there's no winning in this situation. But I
No,
can
there's
tell you
really
that if
not.
I had not seen the fact that she got a license and I had not believed that she had written a prescription for somebody, I would have questioned it far sooner. But also, if you hadn't have said that we were all criminals, I probably would have taken you slightly more seriously, even though
Right.
you have a past history of lying, as does the other creator who was bringing all this information out. There were reasons that you were ignored.
Yeah. And Pearl, I'm so glad you got to get that out like you did before you were muted again. Shout out to you, Pearl, for
we
giving her the
remember?
reason why one of the many why you didn't believe her about Lolita. I'm
Do
so
we
glad.
also remember that night that she came on and said she was leaving YouTube because her daughter wanted her to, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
And
what
then at
happened
the
to that?
very end, by the way, and then she puts out this stuff. This was the first time we heard about all the stuff that she was putting out
Yep.
about Lolita. And one of the things that she said was, who cares if it's not true? I'm leaving YouTube anyway.
Yes.
So already she had set me up to believe she was lying.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Amongst several other things, I can't even remember them all right now, but anything coming from Ziggy, I question.
Do we want to go ahead and who?
Yes. Can we please? Who wants to share their screen? You want me to pull it up?
I want you to, because you're the one that knows how to do it.
All right, I got you.
While you're doing that, can I quickly say something? Firstly, thank you, Six Up, for your kind words. I do really appreciate it. You have been nothing but gracious to us. Nothing but gracious. And you had no reason to be. You could have easily turned around and said, I've been talking about this for over a year, you fucking idiots. You can sling your hook. And I would have respected you for that equally. But no, you didn't. You were very gracious. And I have really come to love and respect you. And if that upsets anybody in Ziggy's chat, that's tough. Because the fact is, regardless of the emotional cream on the top, underneath that cake of what Six Up was presenting to all of us was sound. It was a good cake. And we just did not want to slice it anyway. You people
Now,
there,
now you're just
where I
slicing my
was this
cake all
time
the
last
time.
year. I'm sorry,
I
darling.
love you, Pearl. I said now you can slice my cake anytime. I love you.
And Griffey, yes, you heard that correctly, Griffey.
Do you
Griffey
see it,
wants-
Eliza, Elsa?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
move this. Hang on, I'm getting
No,
there.
you're
Okay.
good. I just wanted to make sure you saw it.
All right, there we go. It's coming up. It should be. Come on.
Y'all know where I should go to. I went to the middle. I might have to go back.
I would go right
You might
before
have to
Pearl
skip
comes
around.
up. She starts talking about the jerks.
Okay, let me listen.
I
I'll
don't know what
listen
the
with you all.
period
Let
is.
me know how
It's
my
a little
sound
ways
is.
Okay.
before Pearl went on.
Okay, let me know how
Yeah.
my sound is.
Okay.
Showing you. None of you guys contacted me.
Sounds
You
good.
just want to be mad
Let me go back a little.
on here. Picture I was
Before
just
that.
showing.
Before
Before
that?
she shows the picture,
Yeah.
Okay.
When I go
dang.
into her chat and say something
Yeah, you
about
might sit in the truck or something, kind of in the way in the back like they were. But yeah, Lil Boston, it's not. It's more emotional, maybe more erratic. AB by
Erratic.
chance.
Okay, keep going a little further.
Okay.
She's gonna look up some dude's page and figure out it's not AB.
Okay.
Why do you guys always lie?
Oh, here we
Can't
are.
We're close.
even.
I got a feeling I'm close, right?
No,
I bet
that's
you
it.
she
Because she's
doesn't
like, why do you guys
understand.
always
Country Girl says right there, Eliza, we don't allow hypocrites in here. If Ziggy did what Lolita did, y'all would rip her apart. So it's got to be a little bit before this.
It is, because that's where she's saying you're lying about the photo.
So go back, what, maybe 2
Just
minutes?
30 seconds.
Two-
Yeah.
Yeah, not very long.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Got y'all, she pauses for a long time, so this is us.
Can we speed her up just a little bit? Do you have her sped up
I'm
a little?
about to. I want
Nope,
everybody to
you're
pay
wrong.
attention to her crawl.
Lied once again, Eliza. That is
Up, there we go. What should I put her on as far as speed?
I'd put her on like
1.25.
1.25.
Yeah.
No, wrong way. You went to two. You went super
Dude,
slow.
that's
We want to
gonna
go
take forever.
1.25.
Oh, dang. Oh, sorry. There we go.
Be here for 5 hours.
God, yeah.
Please don't make this bitch any slower.
not the photo at all. God. Why do you guys
God.
always lie? Can't even.
Okay, you and Purple should really collaborate. Like, seriously? I can't
I was
even.
thinking the same thing.
God, their
Yeah.
commentary would be epic. Hell far. Come on, Ziggy.
Yeah, it's not legal here, 420, unfortunately. And then I have people like Eliza calling freaking CPS on me and making up lies. And so I can't have THC in my system.
Just
Delta
We've
blatantly
eight.
say
never
that.
called CPS ever.
Wait
I've
a
never
minute.
called
Wait a
CPS on
minute.
anybody.
What the thing is that it's illegal where she is. So it doesn't matter if people call CPS or not, right, Ziggy? Because it's illegal, right? I mean, that's what I would think.
People calling CPS.
But I still didn't call. I wouldn't
Right.
call
She's got
anybody
people
over that.
calling, but it ain't us. Girl, Ziggy, you might want to check your life and the people around it because it ain't us.
And other things like that, HHC, which I will partake in sometimes, like gummies, but even those can show up positive.
No shit.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't, guys. I was like, I knew that was bullshit, what Eliza was saying. I was like, no way. I didn't post that picture. I
think
know
she's
my
already
memory's
explained
bad,
that.
but that is not
No,
the picture that
you
you're showing
posted
at
an
all.
even
And I only
clearer
showed this picture because,
photograph of your child's face.
and I'll show you. So this still,
exploiting your
goes with
daughter.
my point. It's not so much the picture, like I said, it's the fact that he was searching for it. Okay, and this is not the same picture. Anyway, so I mean that still proves that he was. that he
Ziggy,
was
my
going
bad.
on social
My
media.
mistake.
don't
I didn't realize that it was a different photo. The point is, you posted a photo a very clear photo of your daughter, and now you're crying
Exactly.
because Doug is showing one.
Yeah.
And
Elsie,
she
you're
also
just out
said
here
that she
pissing
doesn't
yourself
share
off.
her daughter. She said that prior to
She did
you
say
coming
that.
in. She said, I do not share my daughter on YouTube. That means
She
these
said-
people
shouldn't.
went and looked on other social media. No, Ziggy, 3 months ago, you shared this picture and it's fucking weird. Why are you
Yeah, she-
sharing your minor
Well,
child
like
on YouTube?
a year ago,
She-
she had her minor child on a trampoline on members
Right.
only.
That's
Strange.
what she said. She said that on a trampoline because that was far away. But this is not far away. This is a very clear picture. And now you hear her say that she posted it. Earlier, she said, no, she doesn't do that. I mean, but she calls us liars? She called me
Right.
a liar. I will admit I made a mistake. It's not exactly the same picture, but I was mistaken. But this is what she had posted on her community page, and it was still there today.
Well, and I don't know if this is appropriate or not, but I remember said minor child walking out of a bedroom door in an Airbnb, and I would have immediately shut the light down, deleted it, gone back, edited it, whatever. But no, it just kept on going so people can clip what they want to clip of that.
Yep,
I don't know if you guys remember
Christina.
that, but
I remember.
I do, because I was already astonished that somebody had taken their minor child with them for a booty call. And
Right?
yes, and then had that child walk out wearing very little. Thankfully, the boyfriend in question was busy dodging you, so he wasn't actually on the premises. So that was one blessing.
that's true.
But then again, I wouldn't necessarily have somebody sleep over at my house when I had a minor child in a house that only had two doors in it, a bathroom door and my bedroom door. Everywhere else doesn't have a door.
Well, I wouldn't go on one date and talk about not taking my birth control.
Oh God, she wanted to get pregnant at 42.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You can't get pregnant, guys, at 40. I'm sorry. What?
You
The
can.
mermaid told her it was going to happen. So she changed her whole life to try and make sure it did.
Yep.
You had one date, and you're like, oh, I stopped taking my birth control. I'm sorry, what? No wonder that guy fucking ran.
He did.
Run,
not.
Jason, run!
That picture.
By the way, right before that, she had Jim still living there with her, kicked him out so she could go on said dates.
Yes.
Yep.
Yet again, things that Six Up was correct about.
He would have got that. That's between me and my friends. Nobody else. I would never post that on my social media. I don't know how he got that. Yeah, you're holding up.
She would
Why, what's
never
wrong with
post
it?
it on her social media,
I would never post that. I promise you, Maddie would never post that.
but she would post this.
So how would he have got it? Was it through Snapchat? Yeah, Maddie probably posted it. You need to watch who you have accepted. They're going through your stuff. What a weirdo. He probably is following my daughter on Snapchat. You need
Ziggy, shut
As
the
the
fuck
mother?
up. Shut up, Ziggy. You let Jen, Jen has stalked your child's whole life and you worked with her just a few months ago. Shut up. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and those screenshots came
Where's
out.
that?
Just
Be a
that
better
right
parent,
there,
Ziggy.
her acting outraged. You better check, dear.
Why
happened
does
to the
Ziggy
parent
not know
knowing
that?
who
Why
their
does
friends
that?
are?
Exactly. How do you not know what is on her social
She don't.
media? How do you not know? How dangerous.
please go through your list, and you don't need anybody you don't know.
I mean,
on there.
Doug could be the least of your worries. Who knows who else is on there?
Because
That's
the
local
only
to
way
you.
I could
That
think
could
that
be
you possibly
predators.
get a private picture that you.
Well, girl, she certainly knows
Here
what's
we are
on your
again.
social media, doesn't she?
Here we are again, Ziggy. Your child
Yeah, she
being
stalked
negatively affected and you doing absolutely nothing about it.
Nothing.
You said that you were going to leave, and look at what you're doing to your child again.
Again, over this bull crap.
Ziggy, I had to block you on my TikTok. I had to block you from
I
you were
did too.
stalking it.
Also, she was
Yeah,
on
TikTok
my
lets
child,
you know.
my child's social media, and yeah, you're
Yeah,
a
she
fucking
was-
creep.
She was creeping on all our stuff, but she didn't get lucky with me. I don't have Facebook.
I don't know why you're mad. You posted that picture 3 months ago on your community page. Go and look. Of course, lie. Like always.
Okay, I
He
lied.
doesn't even have.
I
the
will
freaking
admit I
audacity-
lied,
doesn't even
but I
have
didn't
the
do it maliciously. I
integrity
believed I
to
was telling the
apologize
truth.
to me for all the shit her and others in that group put me through and lied about. And now that they
We
now
didn't
they
lie
know
about
for
shit.
5,000 million% that I was telling the truth. At least about
5,000 million
No,
percent.
Ziggy, you are so. Let's get this straight, bitch. There you go. I said what I said. We didn't lie about nothing, and the two
Nothing.
things are very separate. What you did to Cindy is true. What happened with Lolita is that is separate from Cindy. Do you understand me? You choosing not to understand, aren't you? Now that might work for your dumbass subscribers. Michelle D, I'll call you out Jam 420 Country Girl. Buy my shirt with my name on it. Since you want to use my own saying again, you sound stupid. Two separate things, Ziggy. Anybody else got anything to say?
Nope. Ziggy's a scammer and Lolita fucking lied. They're each separate
Bottom line.
instances.
Yeah, one does not absolve the other. It just doesn't.
No.
That part.
No.
And Alita was speaking to you as Lady CG every day for months before she was speaking to us every day. Why didn't you spot anything?
Exactly.
You only spotted it when you went digging out of revenge.
She didn't have
If
any
you hadn't
problem
have been digging
taking.
out of revenge, you wouldn't have known anything.
She had no problem taking Lady CJ's money to clean her carpets.
Yeah.
Or
Well, and here's-
have her send her product to clean her carpets. And Lady CJ wasn't a problem then.
Well, and here's the thing too. If she wanted to truly out Lolita, she could have done so much better because the information we found in 8.5 hours blows all your shit out of the water. You didn't have much. You
And they
just
still
had what
didn't
you had
apologize.
with the
And
next.
that's mostly what they attacked me about lately.
Lately.
Oh, liar.
Ziggy, you are a liar.
God,
She is a liar.
Kid.
Lately,
And
we've
what
been
she's
talking
doing
shit
on
about her
Summerwell's
tragedy
name-
pimping.
Yeah. Ziggy, I don't
So
know if you know this or not, but you are troll food out here in this sector. Okay, it ain't just the jerks. You were before we ever came along.
Well, Eliza, I don't know, when you are hanging out with people who are doing that and you're condoning it, it's the same thing. And I don't know which one of you it was. I can't say for certain it was you.
How many times do we have to say we don't believe in calling CPS before your stupid lie that we condone it will no longer come out of your mouth? I mean, obviously you're going to carry on lying anyway, but the facts are we make it explicitly clear that we don't condone it.
Yeah.
So saying that we condone it is a lie.
Little Boston here in the comments. Eliza, you went to the cops for online drama. Ziggy, go
Cop
ahead,
collar.
pull the FOIA. Show where I called the cops.
Eliza's the Heidi of our group.
Get the FOIA. Where's the FOIA? Prove it,
I never
bitch.
called the cops.
I didn't call the cops. I sent in a complaint through the AG for what you did to me personally.
She didn't call
And
911.
I did actually say that to her.
Elsa
say
did
that.
not call 911. Get it right. Again, dummy, you stay getting
None of us
everything
did.
else.
None of us
Nobody.
ever called the cops.
That's just weird.
You know the
needs to
proper
prove it.
channels.
Ziggy needs to prove what she's saying because she's lying to you all.
She ain't gonna prove it, and these idiots are going to eat it
She
up.
can't
Watch.
prove it because it didn't
But
happen.
you are approving that type of behavior is what I'm saying.
How?
No.
Yeah, you went to the cops. You guys were trying to get me
By the
arrested for
way,
something that
Ziggy
you knew
goes to the
was not
cops.
fun.
Go check
And
out
you
my
knew
channel. Just saying.
She was full of shit, and she totally gaslit all you guys, and you still did not freaking apologize to me.
We
I don't
owe you
wonder if there's
nothing,
not an
Ziggy.
investigation and she's confusing going to the cops with the investigation.
And glitter
Separate.
bomber with your weak ass comment. Circle jerks are so negative towards people. That's right. You can call me being a realist, negative, whatever. I don't care.
I'm
Just
not
don't-
negative toward everybody.
Just
I'm
you.
negative towards those who are fucking gross.
Do not have any integrity or any class, any type of.
So you
No wonder
talking
you guys
about
are so
integrity
miserable.
in class.
Well, listen
Kept
to her
addressing
spiral.
me, but
Well,
also
all I
had
can
me
say,
blocked.
I
Ziggy,
apologize when I.
is that I have never held an illegal raffle, and I've never slumped back on my recliner, scratching my crotch on camera.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think both of those allegations missed the mark.
Yeah,
I
that
agree.
just happened last week. Itchy and scratchy.
Grew up, and to the people who were saying, "Oh, yeah, I apologize if I do something, like that. If I were to go after for somebody for months, where Eliza? Where is this? Eliza, will you show the nurse the
Nope.
proof that
Nope.
you guys saw
Nope.
a nurse license?
Absolutely
and
not.
that you saw her.
Mm-mm.
Won't happen. I ain't sinking to your level, Ziggy. You understand?
Nope.
That's what you do, okay? Don't
This
come
is like
over
when
here
somebody-
dirtying up our channel.
What purpose would that serve at this point anyway? I mean, we have said that we were wrong about Lolita. We have said that clearly.
She's
that
trying
we-
to troll us into it, is what she's
Right.
trying to
Yes,
do.
It's
and
not
then
happening.
this
We're
poor
not
person will
stupid
be
like
thrown
you,
under the
Ziggy.
bus.
Yeah.
This is like them naming Francis Ryan as me, and I had to contact the woman. I am not going to be any part of letting another woman be dragged into this bullshit just because you would like to see what we were shown. It's not happening.
Mm-mm. Well, we're not that stupid. Now keep up, Ziggy.
Who she was?
Y'all, I'm going to let this play for a minute. So if y'all start talking, I had to go to the potty.
No, you're
Okay,
fine.
we'll just talk over it.
It wasn't any of us. Okay, Eliza. Ta-ta. You do owe me an apology. You
Ta-ta.
lied.
I hate
And
that
you owe
fucking phrase.
hundreds of your viewers an apology
Ta-ta.
because you lied to them. And you promoted somebody knowing she was lying to everybody just because you didn't like me.
No,
Then they
not
blocked
wrong.
me.
Well, how did I
That's
do you wrong,
insane.
Eliza? Please. I did you wrong?
Yeah, you
She
did.
did
Have we even
everybody
talked
wrong.
on social media? How the
Fuck,
fuck
she's
did I
done
do
Summer
you wrong?
Wells wrong.
Bye.
The most.
Bye.
Well, and
she
it-
didn't
it
want me to
did
let
take
her
a minute.
chat
How
know
did I do her
the
wrong?
illegal activities she
Are these
did.
people for real?
Unlike Ziggy, when we found out this horrible thing about our friend, we rushed to protect the rest of our
Can
friends
you email
in that
me,
small
Pearl,
group.
and I will.
Right.
We wanted to make sure everybody was
I'm
going
not
to be
gonna
okay.
argue
It
with
wasn't
you,
just
okay?
about us,
But yes, you can
Ziggy.
come on panel, but please
You
just email
Hey,
bitch.
Ziggy, why is your nose so runny, bitch?
Yeah, I know. I want
Yeah.
to send her some tissues. Can she put
And
them on her
it's going to
wish
be one at a
list?
time. I'm not going to get
It's going to be
a
one at a
million people up
time.
here
That's
against
not
her,
how you did
or a
it,
million of her
Ziggy.
people up against me. It's not like that. If she wants to come up here and talk, I will. She's more than able to.
More than able. Yeah, we know.
Unless you mute her. Unless
She needs-
you mute her and talk over her, right, Ziggy?
She needs
Ziggy went live to
tissues.
try to get a
I know,
cash
Lucky
app
Lou,
for a
Hey,
bag.
TJ.
You know what?
Hey,
I really liked
she
Esther, which is
needs
Pearl Revere.
tissues. But
Really,
what's up
I-
with all this scratching her whole body? What's
That
up with
part.
that?
What is
Symptom.
going on?
She got
Symptom.
scabies or what?
Something's going on. The itching and scratching ain't normal.
Bed bugs
No.
in
I'd
that
say she was
chair,
prob-
probably.
Well, yeah, also, I could tell you what it might be. Because I
Please?
heard her say something when I was watching Six Up do a review about this, and then being locked in her room, and she found it in a huge pile of dirty laundry.
Yes.
So that
Good.
might be the itchy scratchy, because she didn't even have apparently clean pants to wear. So when she went on camera, she had to wrap a towel around herself to try to show off the dog.
Oh God, I remember that.
So-
Okay.
Which
I
is
was just going to
nothing
say, we
new.
should play
That
that last
might
few minutes of
lead-
Six's live.
So
That
besides
might
fucking
lead
being,
funny.
to itching and scratching. I'm just
let me
saying.
say this. So besides being a itching and scratching, her nose running, she's a thief. Let's get that out there. Yeah, Ziggy, you are a fucking thief.
A thief.
A scammer. Let's see what else.
Lie.
Tragedy
Just a
pimp.
downright vulgar
She's a
liar.
cop
she's-
caller and
and
she
let's-
lies to the
what
cops.
about- What
She
about
gets
what
protection
she is
orders
doing
and doesn't need protection.
to that little girl? What she is saying about a missing child is the worst thing that she has done
Mhm.
out of all the horrible things that we have said
You're
she's
right.
done. She's gotten
right.
out divining rods and tarot cards and asked about SA and all kinds of disgusting things about a 5-year-old child. That's the most disgusting thing that Ziggy has done.
And you
She's
see
I
in
agree.
her chat,
despicable.
lap it up. You can't wait for the next little snippet of gross gossip. But you're ready to cast judgment over here. I think you need to look in the mirror. Also, this whole lying business, you know what? It's still a lie, even if you're holding a little bit of waving wire in your hands. Still a lie.
A little bit of waving wire.
She calls that entertainment. She
Bitch.
calls it entertainment when she makes up these horrible things about a little girl when using those stupid rods and cards,
She
and then
called
she
it a
calls that
party.
entertainment.
She called it at one point a party.
She did.
Valoma Unstuck
Yeah, she didn't
has
want
the
people
video.
to ruin her party.
Oh,
You're a
God.
pig.
Yeah.
You're
This
a
is probably one of my
pig.
top
You're a
three.
pig.
I'm sorry, I don't have really favorites, but I really love having a lot or having Esther in the chat.
Oh, I bet you.
Yeah,
Never
you
have said
really
a
love me
negative word
doing
about
stuff
her.
for you.
Yeah,
Beyond,
exactly.
behind closed doors or on here. She's the one that even made the banner for my YouTube channel where she's making fun of the people like 6 up and the stuff that they say that's so ridiculous.
Stop
And
using
she's
her
come
It's a
into
work,
new one.
Yeah, get a new one. Make your own. Give Pearl her stuff back.
or pay her for it.
one of them. It's crazy to me.
At this point, you don't have a right to use it anymore.
I think we need to redo the signs.
I'm just going to remix it for us.
There you go.
Yeah.
The email Pearl is youtubeziggy@outlook.com.
Here we go.
Remix
y'all.
it for 6 up.
Here we go, y'all. We're getting to the part now. Remember, I didn't see any of this. I was zooming
But otherwise,
through
I'm
the
not going to talk
grocery
about it.
store with my buggy by myself.
I did neither.
I was in heaven. Then I get out to the car, and I missed all this. So here we go.
I know. So that's why I'm not going to talk about it unless one of them wants to come up by themselves. Like they all have to. It's crazy. You notice that they all come in here at once. Like
Notice how you're
What the
trying to
hell, can you guys
control
not do
every
anything alone?
situation.
Yep. They all
Two
come
of
in here at
us.
once. I was in the grocery store.
everywhere I go, I'm alone. Do you guys see me bringing an entourage anywhere?
I
Only
didn't
Did you
people
see
even know
me
who
go
have-
Rose
in
was
chat?
in
I
there.
never went in the chat.
I went in there and Pearl went in there. We did it separately. We didn't coordinate. It just happens to be.
And Ziggy,
I'm
you
sorry
don't
you
have
don't
a
have
clue.
friends that have your back. I'm
Yeah, that's
sorry
what I was
for you
about to
for that.
say. You just can't have that. There ain't no way.
Nothing, not a leg to stand on, need others to echo their lies.
Nope.
I don't
A bit
need
like you
others to
lying
echo
about
lies. You
Jane
speak the
Lee and
truth.
What
getting
lie?
You
purple
What
to
lie?
repeat the lies.
5 million others to back you. You just show the truth and move on.
We did.
And Pearl's still not freaking emailing me. So
I'd already
Liar, there's a
emailed
lie
you.
Ziggy told.
Lie.
There's a lie right there that Ziggy told.
What did I already posted in the Discord, girls?
Yep, she had a screenshot that the email had been sent.
So hey
Yep.
RJ.
And you were saying that.
And you'll see me in a
Alright, I
minute in this
won't-
chat say, I have emailed
I won't,
you. And then she decides that she'll go through with it.
Typical Ziggy.
Beautiful sunflower. And I know you guys are trying to tell me. I know exactly what they're doing. So that's why I say let's move on. And let's just if Pearl wants to come up here and have a decent conversation. The only reason why I say Pearl, because even though she's
Decent.
one of the loudest of the
Does
bunch
anybody
over there,
have a
and so
decent conversation with Ziggy?
outspoken and hateful.
Did she say that Pearl was the loudest out of the bunch? Bitch, that's me.
She
Get
said
it
she
right.
was outspoken and hateful too. Pearl's not
No.
hateful.
No.
Sounding. I thought she
I
was
love
one
to
of the
hear them
most
use Soup's
level-headed of
catchphrase
them all.
because it means that she's in their head. They can't come up with anything halfway decent, but they know that's a good line, so they repeat it.
Yeah, and they say it back
Everybody
to me.
is.
It's funny. Like, Go get your merch, country girl, and change that name.
Eliza's
somebody
crazy
post
AF,
a link so
but
she
you
can.
know what? I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I am
Esther,
crazy AF. Yeah, that's me. Crazy AF. Woo woo.
Listen at her click. Yeah, you hear that? Click, click. It's like that frog on the keyboard. It cracks me up.
Why did somebody just send me my picture I was just showing?
You'll be all right. Get it together, Ziggy.
Let me check my spam file just to make sure.
Triggered.
Nope, no emails.
Liar.
She was nervous. I'm gonna tell y'all right here. Her armpits were sweating. Her palms were sweating.
You know,
her,
she was digging in them.
Oh, she was like, fuck, Pearl really wants to come up here. How do I get out of this? Like, she is shook.
Pearl is the one you don't want to go toe to toe with.
You can't.
Because she is so eloquent. I mean, gosh, I would never.
With facts. I mean, that's all that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Ziggy could never, even on, well, there ain't no good days, bless her heart, but she could never. She don't want it. She's shaking right here.
She can put you in your place and make you thankful for it.
Yeah.
You're right, TJ.
I've seen her do it. Yep.
I'm only allowing you only one, Pearl. And please, I don't want to argue. I really don't.
Oh.
But I would love an explanation for why. I mean, I would have loved this at the beginning when you guys nobody contacted me.
You're not.
She doesn't want to talk.
But
By
yeah,
the
I'm
way,
supposed to
she
contact you
just
guys,
wants
right?
people to come in and kiss her feet and say,
Why
"We're
would
sorry."
I contact her?
We would.
Why would I contact her to have a discussion about why I no longer supported her? What does she feel that I owe that
She
to her
went
for?
live about Cindy at the crack of dawn, for Christ's sake. I mean, there was nothing to talk about at that point. There was nothing to talk about.
No. And why do I owe that to anybody to say I'm leaving because blah, 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 and have a conversation with you? I don't owe that to you.
I'm one person, but you guys are many.
You'll be all right.
I'm only one.
By the way, can I say something right quick? That she says this a lot. She only says, "You guys are a lot. You guys are this. I'm only one person. I couldn't have answered all the." Let me tell you something. I may not have 14,000 subscribers. It doesn't matter if I do. The people that I interact with online and I tell them they are my friends, they are my friends. And if I say I care about you, then I care about you. And I remember if you're ill. I may not remember everything.
Right.
But Ziggy, you have no excuse for the way that you treated these women and the people on this platform. None. Zero.
Nope.
Quit using that you don't have people. That's your fucking problem. It's always been your problem. I'm surprised that you even have moderators in your chat.
Me
But, I mean,
too.
Okay.
And let me address you. I want Earth to touch. At Jam 420, it's called the Mean Girls Club. No, bitch, you're talking about Poonts and Gang. That's Purple's other channel. You got us confused. No, we would never have a channel called Mean Girls Club. No. The Jerks.
Yeah, we're not
I thought you were
12.
too, Breeze. I'm very disappointed in you as well.
So
I'm
she
very
deletes
disappointed in
Breeze.
you as well.
You guys made your choice. Now lay in it. You made your bed. Go lay in it. Don't come.
That Ziggy, shut the fuck up. Seriously.
Yes, I'm not coming back, bitch.
You have
not
really
coming back.
bumped your
I
head.
sleep great, by the way. I sleep amazing in my bed. Don't you
Zero
guys?
regrets. No regrets.
No regrets.
Come over here to enjoy our conversation and disrupt it.
Well, you didn't have to email the link. Shut up.
You mentioned us first, Ziggy.
Yeah. Hello. Here we are.
Talk about us. We might show up. You never know.
Lucky Lou says she will gaslight you. Be careful.
I know she'll gaslight me.
Lucky Lou, you okay?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Dynamite's another one that went and followed him too. I remember the first time I came on her channel. She's like, "Oh my god, it's Ziggy. Oh my god, I feel like a celebrity is here. Oh my god."
Who said that?
Now she's doing the same thing the others are.
She's
to
talking
try
about
to
Dino.
get viewers. I can't even believe it. She went
To
from
get
like
viewers.
a fanatic fan to a just like, I swear to God, that's what
Ziggy thinks she has fans.
She thinks she has fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. I mean, she even put license plate on her car, you guys. She really
YouTube
thinks she's
Ziggy.
something.
This is the delusion we're dealing with, people.
she got you guys she did when I went to her chat the very first time. I swear. I was like, she was actually freaking out.
Oh God.
I'm like, dude,
Dude.
why wouldn't I be in your chat? I don't understand.
Says the lady with the license plates.
Right.
Should I cancel my order for YT Eliza
Please.
license plate?
Fuck no,
Right,
Tits
there you
McGee's
go.
coming
Yes,
soon.
but listen, I'm not gonna sit here and argue.
Dino is delightful. She's
stressed
always
out.
pleased to see people in the chat. And she's wonderfully welcoming. Of course, Dino was happy to see people in the chat. I highly recommend Dino's channel. It is very relaxing, very amusing, very positive. Love Dino.
Yeah,
She
I do
treats
too.
everyone like they're important.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, if it starts going that way, I'm just gonna drop it. Okay. Please just delete.
Translation. If it doesn't go my way, then I'm going to mute and drop you.
Yes.
To be fair, I
And,
knew
you
that
know,
was what was going to
asshole
happen.
shit.
But nevertheless,
You did. You did. Here comes the queen.
Okay. Are you there?
oh, I'm here.
Okay. So,
I have not lied about seeing a license. I have the photograph on my laptop. The reason I'm not showing it to you is because that means that I involve another person's name and photograph who actually has a medical career in public to all of you.
oh, wait, but yeah. Okay. So
Why
you-
the fuck
it-
are
so
you
it is-
laughing?
is it-
Oh my God.
Right? Why
That
laugh?
was so out of place. Is that like a nervous glitch?
It was a cackle. A cackle.
She glitched. She glitched because she
yeah.
A little
laughed
bit of hysteria
because
going
Pearl
on
didn't
there.
want to put a perfect stranger into YouTube mess. But Ziggy thinks that's funny.
Dukester, it's Liar, darling. Liar.
Dukester.
I hate when people
her?
spell
Is it her?
liar Lier.
It's her picture
Okay.
on the card and somebody else's license number.
That's horrible, and I'm
And
sorry.
if I show you that, then you have the name and license number of another person.
You can
And even
edit
if you, if
You can
I
edit
edit
it.
out, can I speak, please?
Because people
If
kind of.
I want y'all to listen. Ziggy, you hear how she's far away from her computer, laptop, mic? This is what happened the night she went live with Cindy. If y'all remember how awkward that live was, she was staring at the ceiling, turned away from. Oh, I should turn my cam on, but I ain't. Turned away from the camera, looking up at the sky, not at the computer. And it was the weirdest thing. And this is what she's doing again. It's so strange.
I edit out the number and the name. You will then say it's a lie. There is no winning in this situation with you. You will say it's a lie
Okay,
whichever
Esther.
way I play it.
No, Esther, I'm the one that always has to show proof. You guys never do. Ever. You just say it's a lie and you got the
If we didn't have the license, how did we check the number to find out the proof?
You just
If we didn't
type her
have-
name in. You just type her name into the state.
Nope.
You know, you just type it in
Do
the
you-
information in the state.
Do you notice how she calls you Esdirk like she thinks that's your real name? She
Right.
refuses
Yeah.
to call you Pearl. She calls you Esdirk. I mean, Esdirk's not a real name, Ziggy.
But even that, let's talk about the
Mean
license
girl
for
to
a
you,
second.
bitch.
Let's talk about the
Sorry.
license for a second. The license was a first name we believed hers to be. It had another last name. It had her photo. It had license number. I never felt the need to look it up. I never felt the need to verify. Actually, I looked it up. I did look up the NPI, found that it was verified. It was a nurse practitioner, da 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 da. I'd never researched it further than that. It wasn't until we actually went into registries and found the license and the name and then found it on the website. So yeah, no, we did have a license, but it is somebody else's name and license number. Although she had her picture with it.
And you're never going to
Which-
see it, Ziggy. You're never,
Nope.
ever going to see that.
Nope.
Us stepping away from Lolita does not mean that I have to out every bit of information I found, because I will tell you what I found doesn't even compare to what Ziggy brought out.
Well, that's what she's trying to do. She thinks we're dumb enough to get trolled into that. No.
Website. It's
The
all
name that we
online.
were given was a totally separate name.
You could have. I know, but you could have saw that a different name came up.
We didn't check it because we don't. When we first saw it, we just
Yeah,
took
but
it
you
as
guys
face
should have
value.
known. Like, do you really think you know me? I thought you knew me anyways. I thought you knew I wouldn't freaking do half the most of the shit you guys are claiming I am doing.
None of us
I don't
never
even know
knew
how
you.
this happened, where this all turned
She
left.
did
I've never had a problem
everything
with
we
you.
ever
I
claimed
was so
she
hurt
did.
We showed proof.
when you freaking.
Yeah, we actually.
I wouldn't just slander the hell out of somebody like that with nothing to go on. We
God,
showed
no.
proof of everything.
That would be
Every Cash App made. Everything.
I
All
didn't
the
realise
Venmo.
how
Shut
much she had actually muted me. The whole sections of this conversation that I answered things that she said that you don't hear.
Yeah, she muted you a lot.
Did this? You have no idea. And
I
you.
was quite hurt when I told you that I got a diagnosis, and you just said what, and then nothing else.
But did I really? Did it really sink in what was going on? Because I don't remember this.
Of course not.
Did
You know,
it
it's
really
got a
sink
brain.
in?
That's why you don't
Of
remember
course
it.
not. Of course it didn't fucking sink in.
She
Does
said that.
anything
And
sink
let's
in?
say that that diagnosis happened far before anything happened to Jim.
It did.
I'm just saying.
Yep.
Huh?
Because the people in your chat
Oh, I thought Pearl
are just
was
like
talking.
Sims to you. They only matter as they relate to your life. I only mattered when you were upset with me.
No, I was never upset with you ever. I've never been upset with you.
Really, you've just been calling me a liar.
Now, I mean, now
Is
that
that
you've
motivated
told
out of
this,
love and
has-
kindness?
But that's what I'm saying is I had never done anything or said anything. Of course, I'm going to be upset with you attacking me and trying to get me arrested for
Trying to
something.
get you arrested.
Oh, God almighty. You were Pearl.
Again with that. Again with that.
Even Pearl is like, I try to get you arrested. Like, bitch. Are you okay? Are you okay, Ziggy? No, you're not. Never mind.
Arrested for what?
You were involved in all that. They were. That you
Trying
guys
to get
said
you arrested for what?
exactly for what? Alone.
No, what are you claiming that we went to the police about? Please do
Well, that's
tell
what
me.
you guys said, right? You said you were calling. There's a file, a case, everything, right?
Oh, that's
Not
what the
through the
Attorney General
police,
was
you
called. The
dumb-
police weren't called.
Oh, right. But I haven't talked to any of them, right? I haven't had any calls or anything.
What?
But I can show absolute
Oh.
proof of what.
Have they been
that
calling?
I was showing you.
Is that what she's saying? Did y'all hear that? You want me to run that back? Let me run it
Yeah,
back.
Yes.
please.
Yeah,
I didn't
you guys
hear that
please.
part. I
Please
think I
look
was
cool.
working on a
right, but I
thumbnail
haven't
at that
talked to any of
point.
them, right? I haven't had any
Let me run it back a little bit more.
calls, right? You said you were calling. There's a file, a case, everything, right?
Oh, that's for the Attorney General. It wasn't called. The police weren't called.
Oh, right. But I haven't talked to any of them, right? I haven't had any calls or anything. But I can show absolute proof of what that I was showing.
So y'all heard that. Has she been getting calls?
Interesting.
Yeah.
There may be an investigation.
Well,
Hmm.
that's what
Yeah.
happens when you put people's personal information out that have bought off you. See, there are rules and regulations to that. But your claims of the CPS and all that other bullshit, well, that's just that bullshit.
You. None of you guys contacted me. You just want to be mad at me. And I know that it was Lady CG who was the main culprit. It started with Eliza and Bobby Lynn.
What?
Or, I'm sorry.
What?
Harley was in your.
It's Elsie.
Okay.
Me?
Right.
It started with me? It
Let's
started
talk
with
about
me?
this for a
I
second because when I came to my own conclusion, not one of you convinced me otherwise prior.
No.
I was already thinking things in my head.
Yep.
I was already kind of on the outs. She should notice that from, my lack of being in her chat. The Jason thing really did it for me. I've said that before. The Jason thing. I was like, what the fuck?
Jason thing was gross. It was like the final straw for me is
Yeah.
for putting all that out there, and it was so cringy, and it was embarrassing to be in her chat for me.
Yeah.
It was
But none of
embarrassing.
you ever told me
No.
who to like, what not to like,
I know.
what to do. It wasn't until Cindy brought facts
No,
that
she's
I was
mad at me
already
because
thinking, and then I couldn't unsee.
she was mad at me because I call her out for stuff that I believe is perfectly reasonable to ask about a creator who says she's so transparent. And I asked her about how she it was about the Tiffany Marie situation,
Yeah.
about the check, and how all of a sudden she was cool with Tiffany Marie, and that, and she lost her shit.
Well, that
about
was on
me
the
asking
live.
that question. Yeah, it was live.
We had done a live. She lost it. Look, we were calling her out for that, and that's when Pearl said to her, "Look, Tiffany came in the chat, and Pearl told her 2 things can happen at once here, Tiffany. We can be upset about the check, or now I forget exactly. Hold on, I'll come back to that.
It was so long ago. Yeah.
It was like we can be upset about Cindy, and we can be upset about the check. The 2 things don't have to interrelate in any way. It was not about Tiffany at all.
No.
But I was astonished that she was suddenly defending Tiffany. Tiffany, the person who was texting her insults and making her life a misery for a year, but now suddenly they're best mates.
Had a whole Discord dedicated to Ziggy.
You know, snakes have to slither into the same den.
Wasn't she? Didn't she accuse TM of calling CPS on her several times? Tiffany,
I don't remember.
I believe she did at least once.
She's accused so many people.
Maybe it was Benny that was several.
It was Benny. Yeah, Benny definitely.
Oh God, we gotta get.
I mean, why'd she need to get out of her trailer? Because Benny was knocking on the windows or some shit.
Benny, change that tank top.
Debbie Lynn Harley was in your chat 2 weeks ago.
I know. I
supporting
saw
you, even though she absolutely hates your guts.
Yeah, but she just emailed me and told me she left you guys months, like forever ago. So
well, that's just really weird.
Let's just comment on that because I'm disappointed with that. I don't know. I feel like to go back to a hater, somebody you have proclaimed to hate more so than most.
Yeah.
And then to sink back to their level because of a hatred for another person.
And we left it alone.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
We left it alone when
we did.
When she left. We didn't bring her up.
No, Harley, you had every right to your feelings. I don't dispute your feelings whatsoever. You had every right to leave, but I don't understand why. Because you despise the leader, you'd go back to somebody you equally or despise more. And
enemy of your enemy is not your friend. Suddenly.
Well, yes, exactly. Oh, yeah, she did. She did, and we respected that. We didn't talk about it.
You guys are lying, and you're supporting
about what? About what?
Everything about Lady CG. Were you not?
No.
That's what you guys have been talking about for like weeks on end, was proving that she was telling the truth.
We believed absolutely that she was telling the truth, and part of the reason I believe. Can I speak, please? Can I speak, please, or shall I just stop now?
You have done plenty of that over on that channel.
Do you want to listen to what I have to say or not?
I have done.
We believe Lady CG.
She won't shut up.
Fuck no, she's fucking going off.
She said before she was going to let Pearl up that there wasn't going to be yelling and it wasn't going to be like that. But look what Ziggy did. Ziggy was the only one behaving like the way she said people weren't going to be behaving.
Right.
Everything that she said, because you had previously done exactly this to Jenny Penny and said that she wasn't involved in fashion, and then her father didn't actually sort of lose his life at the hands of a carer. You said she was.
You did. Shout out to Pearl for getting that out before she was muted again.
Yep.
Complete fake. Yes, you did.
Oh, okay. Show me proof. Show me where I'm the one that brought this up and the one that said this stuff and was spreading it. Are you sure this wasn't something that somebody else brought up and I was commenting on?
Oh, you were commenting on
Ziggy.
Commenting on the fact that you believe
this is your own. I knew there had been a point with you coming up here as a way to try to put out there false info.
No, the reason I came up here was to make the point that I had seen the card, I had seen the license, and I was not lying about seeing it, and I still have a photograph of it.
Who was it that said that you guys knew that she was lying? You knew it. You had her phone number. Did none of you guys have her phone number? I know you probably didn't.
I don't Google a bitch's phone number when I get it, Ziggy. I'm not weird. You are.
I never talked to her on the phone. I talked to her through Discord. So
I talked to her through Discord. I don't need to call her. I don't need to Google a phone number. Man, y'all are weird as shit.
It's so weird to think that you have to look everybody up and figure out who they are in real life. I
didn't have the phone number anyway. I only spoke to her on the Discord phone. Shout out to Salty C and all the actual nurses out there doing a fantastic job. Salute.
Yes,
Amen.
thank you.
Yes.
Didn't have a phone number, same as I didn't have your phone number. I don't speak to people
Right.
on
I
the
said,
phone.
I know exactly.
I know exactly.
So I didn't expect you to be like, have it, but I know others did.
Who,
And all you do is
Ziggy?
Google the
Who?
number.
Who?
It says Mary Beth.
Yes,
I
I
never
believe that
fucking
Mary
looked
Beth
anything
was the
up.
person who looked after her son, and I believe.
You know what? She really expected us to be like her.
Yeah.
A creepy, weird stalker.
Yeah, I'd leave YouTube before I became like her.
I got better
Same.
things to do. I got a job. Ziggy, get a job. Do something with your time besides looking up mofos.
Oh, that part's coming up, and it's glorious because I can't wait to
really?
talk about that. Just
It's
wait,
this
just
bit
wait.
that we're
She
talking
brings
about
me up.
here, the Mary Beth situation. We believed that Mary Beth was the carer of Lolita's son, and we believed that long before we left Ziggy's chat. We genuinely thought that they were exposing and doxing some woman who happened to be in the periphery of Lolita's life. That's why we were so set against it, and why we wouldn't interact with it for so long. That and the fact that you said we were all criminals. There were lots of reasons why we didn't dig into this. Those are just a few of them. You are not a reliable witness.
Not at all.
Nope.
I believe that Mary Beth was the person who looked after her
You
son
know,
for over a year, from the first time that she ordered from you and said
Her
that she
sons
didn't
are
trust you
out
to
of
go
the
to her
state.
house.
Or her sons are older and out of the house.
Yes, he has a carer, and we believed that that was Mary Beth, and that you were
know,
exposing
but-
this poor woman.
But you guys still were wrong, and you didn't apologize to me. What? I don't understand.
I will
I will
apologise to you
never
when Arizona
fucking
freezes over
apologize.
and the players come skating home.
Exactly.
That will never ever happen.
Exactly.
I was defending somebody that I believe was telling me the right thing.
It's like I was. Why wouldn't you apologize? You were wrong.
She just
I
said,
would
why
not.
wouldn't you all apologize? Where'd 6 Up go?
Nope. She had to go get something to eat. She said she'll be back.
She said, well, she really thought this was going to come to fruition. She did.
She
y'all.
thought that
She
this
thought
would
we were
make
coming back.
everyone forget what she did to Cindy, and that she took a credit card and spent $7,500 in how many days?
14.
Less than 2 weeks? Yeah. In 14 days, when she had permission to use that card to pay a couple of months' rent and get her car fixed.
And she had already
She
told us her
thought
rent was
everyone
$1,000
would
a month.
forget.
I misspelled her name. I was doing the talk to text. I said, when you were friends with her, Ziggy.
Ziggy.
And you were hurtful. The most horrible time in my life, and tried to make it out like I killed Jim. Like you contacted his sisters weeks before after him passing.
We never
Who said
contacted
she
her
killed
sisters.
Jim?
No, they actually were on YouTube, Ziggy. They heard your fuck shit, and they actually did talk to us. They were listening to you. Why do you think that people aren't on YouTube? You thought Jim's family wasn't listening.
To be honest, it wasn't even the sisters that originally reached out.
Yep.
It was the
Someone else.
children.
Yep.
It was the children, but they were so devastated by what they were hearing that they weren't ready to go out, and they authorized the sister, and they honestly approved everything in the video, which is why we didn't record it live. We recorded it, we sent it to them, they approved it, they asked us to take a couple things out, and we put it out.
And they knew they wanted this.
They were pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They had complete
They sought
editorial
us
control, and they even gave me the songs. They picked out the songs for me to make the video for.
They gave us
they
the
were
pictures.
completely involved in this.
Sure did.
Yeah, where'd we get the pictures from, Ziggy?
Right.
Where did we get them
Probably
from?
after his
They
passing. Maybe it wasn't
gave
you
them.
specifically, but you were part of the group that did it. And so, please, you owe me an apology. I don't care.
You're
You
never-
do. And you guys were over
I
there
don't
also
know this
saying to
bitch
make sure we
shit.
flip that I was gonna throw a party and be so excited. Acting like I was so excited to throw a party. I didn't mention the fucking thing. You guys were making it all up. Nobody mentioned anything over on my channel.
Why don't y'all listen how triggered she is? So if
She
you're ever
is.
bored and you want to troll somebody, there she is. Get your accounts ready.
She barely let me speak at all,
She
really.
just dropped us.
Oh, I can tell. It like she kept muting you and squalling.
Unmute her, but
I muted her. She dropped.
Well, there's no reason
When
to talk if you're
Ziggy
not willing to
reaches that
admit
high
anything. You're
pitch
sitting
in
here
her
like,
voice, she's lying. Every time. It's her tone.
Oh,
She will get that really high pitch. It's
oh yeah.
lies
John
are coming.
420, I'm 58. I'm not ashamed of that. If you think that I'm juvenile, I am deeply, deeply wounded by your opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Not.
I think there's something wrong
Yeah, right.
with her, though. She's really odd, that one. I've seen
Yeah,
her.
don't you have some chunky plagiarists to go and defend?
Mm-hmm.
totally gaslighting. It's pointless, Pearl. If you can't own up to anything.
Gaslighting.
We believed her. We believed her.
Own up.
You know. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pearl.
No, that was it. That was the sum total of my comment. Own up to. I've owned up to believing her, which I firmly did.
Mm-hmm. So what else do we do here? We've explained it. We move on. You all are crazy if you think we're staying in that place. And another thing, y'all have got to stop using narcissism, triangulation, and gaslighting all wrong. Please.
I think you need to move to the point where she brings up me.
Jenny Penny. I've never put anything about Jenny Penny out.
What'd you say, hon?
Oh, no, just keep going because she's going to bring up me in a minute. And it's
okay.
funny, and I want to talk about
Ever. I think it's hilarious that you guys are trying to put that on me.
Rose B, I've already been to America several times. You're too late, darling.
And that doesn't make any sense.
No, of course it doesn't.
That is so dumb.
The internet is not American, dear. That's
That-
why it's called the World Wide Web.
Yeah, like poor old Rose B. She's lost out here.
Trouble, I came up on her panel because I wanted to speak, and had she allowed me to speak, I would have stayed up there. But if I'm going to be muted and you're going to believe that I'm sitting up there with nothing to say, I'm going to drop.
Right? It's not Purple's, okay? People talk. Troubles from Purple.
So she's claiming something that I talked to her in private about is supposedly what she's saying, which we never talked in private, really. I mean, except like a message or two on Discord. Well, I was in a group with her for a while, but our main interactions were on here. I've never done anything to her for her ever have negative feelings towards me. A week before or 2 weeks before, I had Lady CG on recording saying, oh, you would have to murder something. You could murder somebody on Main Street right in front of us, and she would still support you. We were laughing. Because she, she was always so supportive. She went like from so supportive to overnight, just, and they just went all in and they refused to.
It wasn't overnight.
Any type of accountability,
When you take a woman's credit card and charge it to the max without a care in the world for the impact that might have on her, it kind of pisses people off.
Yeah.
Didn't land well, Ziggy.
Especially those of us who have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, TJ.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. And then get online and berate Cindy for what she did to her.
Yep.
Yeah.
The name she called Cindy, the shit she said about a lady who tried to fucking help her out, who she used, it's bullshit. I would be so appreciative.
If anybody
First off, I'd never
doubts
do
how
that.
she acted, go on my channel and listen to the Ziggy recordings, the messages that she left for Cindy and how she talked to Cindy.
Yep. Well, TJ keeps saying we need to replay those, and I think we're going to have to.
I think we're going to have to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we should, because evidently she's got a lot of new people over there in her chat that probably doesn't know a lot of this.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, this is how a person talks to you when you give them your credit card and they rack it up in 14 days to $7,500, and then they go online, they out you. First off, we knew. We didn't break it out first. She did.
Oh, and another thing we need to clear up, she keeps saying that Cindy got money back off of that card. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, she makes it sound like Cindy made a profit out of this enterprise. Cindy did not make a profit out of this enterprise. And that's a disgraceful lie.
So, yeah, did Cindy try to file a chargeback or whatever it was called? against the $5,000 she put to her business. She did. It didn't go through.
And she had every right to do that. And at that stage, she had no reason to believe that she was ever going to get the money back.
Well, yeah, because she never authorized AA Beauty Cells to take $5,000 off a card.
Oh, quite. Also,
Not at all.
Which is
Love and
highly
Peace.
illegal.
Very illegal, yeah.
Ziggy.
Love and Peace. Just because you haven't been caught doesn't mean you haven't broken the law.
I was-
Lolita's been caught more than you. Yeah, you could say that she's not as lucky as you are. Love and Peace, Ziggy does have a criminal record. She has at least 2 DUIs that I'm aware of. I'm not digged into her, so I can't tell you what else she has, but it wouldn't surprise me if there were more. There are definitely civil actions on defaulting credit cards before the whole situation with Cindy, which was brought up by somebody else, and I can't remember which channel it was off the top of my head, but it's out there.
Yeah, you can look it up on Indiana State. You can find it all.
Come on, panel
Yeah, I
was
find it
to
funny that they want to say that
put that
Ziggy's
out
not a
there about-
criminal.
Yeah, they'll find out.
Jenny Penny.
Mhm.
Just like they were contacting and telling lies to other creators like Cracking Cases.
Telling lies.
What?
What have we lied about?
Yeah,
to
this
Cracking
is
Cases?
bullshit.
Then we have the Soup telling everybody that Christy gave me a envelope of money. Completely lied. Made it
Did I? Did I say it? Did I lie? Ziggy. Think.
up and spread that rumor. That never happened. She had a gift basket gift to me and Cam and Allie. But yeah, you try to act like it was like she just handed me over an envelope of money.
Why
I'm
don't
so
she
tired of
mention
the
all
lies,
the
guys.
other
I mean, come on.
thousands of dollars Christie's give her?
Yeah.
Bailed her ass out of all kinds of shit.
At least
who
that's what
paid for
Ziggy said.
Airbnb in Tennessee last year on Summer's Day?
Come on, Ziggy, fess up.
Most
Yeah.
of the info
Give
came
you.
from Ziggy's mouth to us. Just
That's
saying.
up. Speak now. Don't hold your breath, Ziggy. Since you're on a roll, speak on it.
All I'm asking is just to be honest.
Honest.
That's it. And I know
That's
I
all we're
understand what
doing.
they're and I shouldn't even have louder up here, but I had a little tiny bit of hope that
Ladies, I'm gonna run to the potty real quick, so I'm gonna let it play.
Okay.
Just speak over.
You got
Okay.
it.
I could.
This
speak
is going to be
type
laughable.
of, like, what the hell? Because none of these people have reached out to me. Becca did.
won't.
She tried. Tits McGee. She tried to act like she was trying
What'd
to
she
get
try to act
information
like?
and be nice to me to get back information. I mean, I
I'll
was
wait
crying
for
on
her
the
to come
phone
back and
for the
mute
day
to
I
speak on
got
that.
the U-Haul, and the next day she's on panel talking shit about me, like hours after.
Not
Didn't mention a
correct.
thing.
But
No,
Really,
that's not
Ziggy?
correct. You did contact her around that time, but it
I was
wasn't
just-
in
I
any
really
way
was
I
just
never
friendly.
friendly.
contacted her.
You know,
but I'll
a
wait for
couple
her
of
to
them
mute.
could
I'll
have
talk about
straightened
it.
out because I really, CT and Bobby Lynn were never supporters of mine. They always had something negative to say. At some points, especially CT.
I guess
Bobby
my
Lynn kind of just
money
followed
you
along.
spent
But
wasn't supportive, right?
I liked Esther. I liked Lady CJ. I liked Cindy. I liked the Soup. I liked them all. I thought it
Yeah,
was
you like
purposely
all
done
that- all
as
their
a
money,
way, just
huh,
like this was
Ziggy?
purposely done as a way to build their new channel and act like they had no idea, but they don't have to show proof because I'll just dox it. Right? I'm
What
just
proof
I'm
do
gonna
you
dox it. Another poor woman is gonna be brought into this.
Oh,
No, that's not it.
dox
Come on.
what?
That would be
That's not it.
us doxing another
what
poor
will
woman,
that
and we're
fix?
not.
What will that fix? We have admitted that we were wrong for backing Lolita. We have admitted for believing what we did. That what more? You think that showing this badge will what? Will what, Ziggy? Will what?
I don't think they're.
What's it
used
going to do
to
for
it.
you?
I don't think they're used to people taking accountability. Oh God, now that word reminds me of Benny. Accountability.
Yeah, I saw you just fired up another
Accountability.
Talk about Benny
accountability.
later.
Accountability moon.
So let me just talk about said phone call, she says. She said, I called her trying to get information. No.
Did you
called
call her
me.
to see if she wanted food?
Nope. I had texted her.
Oh.
So I have had one phone call with Ziggy. this was after we had found out about Cindy, before any lives. She called me. I didn't have her number saved in my phone. I answered it. And then I was caught off guard because I was like, oh shit. She was trying to get information on why other jerks were not answering their phones or responding back to her, and why she felt like they were backing away from her. And so she was trying to get information on that. I tried to distract the conversation with, I mean, we talked about all kinds of bullshit. She could put the call out. I know it's recorded. I've had one phone call with you, and that's it. And yeah, so she goes on here in a bet to say I told her to get a job. Well, she's bitching and moaning about how is she going to pay for things, and he paid for this, and he paid for that, and Jim's gone, and da da da. And I said, well, you might have to get a job. I did say it because that's the way fucking life works. And I also gave like answers to it. Like, have you tried DoorDash? Have you tried Grubhub? What about Instacart? What about, because I know she can't fucking clock in and out for a job. She's already made that clear.
Yep.
So have you tried these different things? You know, like my
There's
son
lots of
does
jobs out
Grubhub
there
for
for
extra money.
unskilled people.
Yeah. So that was my answer to her is, you know, hey, look into this, look into that, look into this. Put
I
the call
remember-
out, Ziggy. I've had one
remember
call
that
with you.
night. I remember you told us.
I told all of you guys.
Yeah. And you said,
Yeah.
I know this will be recorded, but here I go. And you were fine
Yeah.
with what you said, and you came back and said exactly what you're saying now. I remember.
Right. I had one
Get a
phone call
job.
with her, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me calling her for info. It was her calling me, trying to figure out what was going on with the jerks and why they weren't answering or responding to her. Not the other way around.
Yep.
That you lied because you guys supposedly, I will say, I just don't see how somebody as intelligent as you would actually believe that shit.
Well, you did, dummy.
Pearl, email me when you think shit, when you figure out that you've been a complete asshole for like bad.
Bad.
When Arizona
I can't even
freezes
describe the
over.
degree of the worst things people. Anybody,
So bad.
Bad.
So,
Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't.
Bad. Oh God, here comes Sheba Mom to the rescue.
Are
She's
these
got her
people
cape on.
adults?
oh, she
What?
came in when it was all over. She was absolutely gutted. Sorry, Sheba, Mom.
Is it me or is Pearl cutting in and out?
She is. I was just thinking it was me, but
Yeah, she
I will
got
say
out.
I'm really sad that Sheba Mom and I are from the same fucking state. Fuck her.
Pearl,
You're
if you could
always
hear-
mad about
Can you
that.
hear me now? Can you
I
hear me,
know.
Dave?
No,
Yes.
I have a different headset on, and it has a little thing halfway down the wire that you can turn on and off. And I've just been resting my elbow on it like an absolute fuckwit, but I've realised now, and so I will be more careful. Yeah,
She said
Sheba Mom's had a
fuckwit.
terrible day. She came in just at the end of it, missed the whole thing. It must have absolutely killed her pig. Oh, pardon me. Shouldn't mention pigs. Poor Sheba Mom. Feel free to block me at any stage, Sheba Mom. I really don't give a fuck.
Well, Rue, I'm glad you liked us. But I'm sorry, we can't defend your girl Ziggy no more.
anybody's ever done to me in my life, it's
You
definitely
passed along the
number one.
torch.
Not like the karma that you guys are going to have to deal with for being a part and following such a hateful purpose. And purposely spreading lies.
This
purposely
chick
putting out
lost her
misinformation,
fucking mind.
Purposely exaggerating shit, changing around stories, clipping shit certain ways. When you do show something, usually there's no proof.
Everything we've shown has come with fucking proof. And the one thing I will say about Cindy is when Cindy claims something, she literally sends you so much fucking proof. It's not even funny.
It's
You
true.
can't deny it.
An
She
abundance of
overproves
proof.
stuff.
Yeah. I mean, more proof than you need. I mean, she will send you personal shit that you're like, don't send me that. But she sends it because she wants to prove what she is saying. So that is one thing I will say about Cindy. When she says something, she has the fucking proof to back it up.
You better believe it.
Sick. You guys, I don't know what she was meaning when she was diagnosed with some. I don't know. I would have been just, very if I just like last night where I was talking to
You're a
the two
shit
ladies I did a
human,
reading for.
Ziggy. You're
and
just
Shit.
a
one
piece
was
of shit human.
let's see who all that. The two ladies at the end of the night I did the reading for. See, I completely forget my readings, and everybody knows my memory is horrible.
That's no excuse.
You remember everything else?
Sorry, I mean, I admit like my setbacks, my flaws. I do not have a good memory.
Jan
You're not a good
420,
person.
And I
never had
know-
a phone conversation with Ziggy, so I was not worried about whether she phoned me or not. That didn't happen. I'm relieved that she didn't, because she just records everything anyway.
Oh, God.
I know that you're very involved in an online sort of phone relationship with her. Knock yourself out. I hope it works out better for you than everybody else, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jam, you better stay right there and never leave Ziggy or at call. Those calls that you've had, girl, believe it. And she lets it be known that she records our phone calls.
All that shit talking you did, it'll be all for all of YouTube to hear.
Yeah, you won't be any different. You won't be special, hun.
I
I
would
love
never
Country
just,
Girl here
like, crush
bragging
on
that she blocked Soup.
Yeah.
But Soup's voice lives in your brain, doesn't it, Country Girl? And came out of your mouth. Well, came out in text earlier on. You can't shake Soup's little voice in your mind, can you? That's why you had to block her, but you can't clear her out of your head.
No.
Don't block her,
Shame.
but they'll quote her.
Right. Get that shirt. Wear it around, country girl.
That happens in a lot of
Today's the
chats.
last
They'll
day
block her,
for
but they quote her.
50% off.
They do. They'll holler my name, but I can't talk in that chat. Okay.
a rug, you being diagnosed with something serious. What about Lady CG? Did she try to tell you too that she was on leave for a blood clot in her lungs?
Yep.
She was one of the first to get mad at me. For
I don't know if
illness.
that's true or not.
But that's what
At the same time, so it was like all these people coming to me and had illnesses, their kids in the hospital, all at the same time. It was all around the gym situation.
She really can't wrap her head around.
So how
somebody-
dare?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, she can't wrap her head around it. That we may have been sick at the time, had other things going on, family things going on. This is hard for her to comprehend.
Yeah, she wasn't number
It
one.
is a fact that Cindy's son was in the hospital during this time, very, very critically ill. It is a fact. A fact.
Yep.
Now, whether Lolita was telling the truth or not, I don't know. But at that time, she certainly had told us that had happened far before the Cindy situation happened.
Yeah.
So I believed it. I don't know now because so much of what she did say turned out not to be true. So I don't know. But at that time, I absolutely believed she was ill. Somebody else had COVID.
I believe Bobby had COVID, didn't she? Harley
Yeah,
had
Bobby.
COVID. And I
Yeah,
think
she and
Lily
I
had
both did.
COVID.
We both did.
Yeah, and I think I had COVID too.
But
Yeah.
I was
Yep,
I
you
was
did.
healthy and fine, but she didn't try to contact me because, well, Ziggy never liked me.
And I was
I believe
pissed
that
off
at this
at him.
stage, I actually was in the hospital because you were all trying to make
Oh
contact.
God.
That's right.
Oh God, Pearl. That was awful. Don't ever
I
do
was
it
so
again.
committed. I was so committed to the role.
Right.
Right?
Not being able to find Pearl.
I
was
forgot
awful.
that. We had no way to contact Pearl. We took care of that after.
Yes.
And
Pearl
Pearl
got
is
out of
such
the
a trooper.
hospital.
The only thing she ever complained about during any of that was the tea that they were serving her at the hospital.
was it.
Hospital tea. Hospital tea is a crime.
That was all she complained about. That was it, y'all. Just the tea. Get her tea right.
It was like
But,
it was like a test or something. And so
Heaven
maybe I
forbid
didn't-
that Ziggy has a crisis in her life and she can't get a hold of other people that might be experiencing different crises in theirs. It's all about Ziggy.
Stops. The world stops when it happens to Ziggy, but other people, okay.
think
I mean, it
people
was
were lying because
winter,
it was
just
awful.
post-pandemic. There was quite a lot of illness going around.
Yeah.
Really strange how it was happening. Seriously, it was like a test to see if I was real.
Oh God, what is wrong? I hate people, like I said, hate. Michelle Block them all. They are jealous haters. Don't feed into their foolishness. They are children. Girl, if you don't come up with something better, then block them. They're all jealous haters. Why didn't you put clout chasers behind it too? I am so shocked you didn't put that too.
Michelle, she just turned you into Heidi. That is not a good thing.
God, that's what it reminds me
She
of.
gave you the Heidi voice.
Yeah, block them. They are jealous haters.
Susie Sue in the chat. What I most hate about your comment is that you have the name Susie Sue, because Susie Sue is an absolute queen of a rock star. Fantastic live. You could never. As far as care packages go, perfume, gay pirates, always acceptable. Not really in need of a pacifier. I'm quite happy to pacify myself, usually with gay pirates.
Ziggy
A
could use
blanket
a
is
few
always
pacifiers,
appreciated.
though.
I like that
blanket is
care
always
package.
appreciated.
I like that care package, Pearl. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Really, a
Susie Sue
friend.
is a
When they
queen.
don't realize
What, hun? I'm sorry.
I was just saying about Susie Sue. It bugs me that that's her name, because Susie Sue is such a fantastic rock star. Well, punk rock star.
Right.
Great woman.
I'm one person. Pearl, I'm one person.
Oh, hell.
You know that better. You know that better than anybody. You know this is ridiculous.
You
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Gaslight
And
much.
hateful.
Yeah, that's what I was about
And
to
I don't
say.
mention you guys.
You know, most of the time it is used incorrectly, but really, that's what she's doing, is gaslighting.
You know
I mean,
this.
if she
You know
thinks
this.
I'm coming back, it's never going to happen. I've opened my eyes. I saw you for who you are. I don't care what jerks you run off. I don't care if the channel is gone. I will never be back.
I don't care who emails you that used to be with us. Look, I don't give a damn. That needs to be understood so everybody can move on. Because I think it's time for people to start moving on. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And I don't care. None of it. It's over.
And
Guys over
another
here. I don't do videos on you guys.
Right?
You guys are in my chats. I don't go to your chats.
You
You don't do videos about anybody, really. You just cut out bits of your lives. You're not creative enough to make a video. I challenge you to make a video. You wouldn't spend 2 days making 3 minutes of high-tech video. You don't have it in you. It's far too much like hard work.
No.
You can't even record an interview properly. I mean, my goodness, you spend all that money on a phone and then you don't know how to use it properly.
Oh, yeah, that phone.
Yeah.
You guys are purposely going to my stuff to try to dog me and try to find stuff to talk about.
What?
I don't do that to you. I'm not following you around.
Now, Ziggy, you're projecting right here because I ain't looking for you nowhere. But I heard you were looking for us. I seen you were looking for us. Ziggy, you're projecting and it's showing.
I mean, we did remix your trailer, but that's because it was hilarious.
You cut out again, Pearl.
No, she didn't cut out for me.
I
But
heard
I thought it was pretty funny. I liked the trailer we did.
Yeah,
I
we
loved
just
it.
remixed your trailer purely for the lols, as the kids say.
right.
Mhm.
At all. But that's what they did. Their first tactic was to get people, try to find things or that they could turn or spin to try to act like.
Ziggy, we didn't have to do that. I don't know if you know this, but look around YouTube, girl. Before we came along, you have so many people dedicated to making clips about you because you are so gross and disgusting. Look around.
I was
From
talking
day
bad about
one.
somebody.
From day
Yes.
one, people were dogging you. This idea that there was some massive conspiracy, you sound nuts when you say that, you know.
Yes.
It was a group of friends talking who had all essentially got sick of your bullshit. The idea that it was some massive conspiracy and people were turned and people were digging stuff up. Listen to yourself. You sound like somebody that is interviewed by John Oliver or one of his one of his researchers outside a QAnon, not Zedanon, outside a QAnon meeting. This is exactly why Zedanon as a concept was conjured up.
Yeah.
The thing is that the biggest believer in Zedanon now is you.
The paranoia is real. It really is.
Or whatever. It's like there was I can't even believe she would bring up Jenny Penny like that, anyways, because she kind of definitely wants to remain private.
Didn't
But
stop
if you
you
approved that
doing
stuff,
it,
you
did
would
it?
sure be showing it.
Sure didn't stop her. She didn't like that you brought that up because that put her on the spot because she knows it's true.
She doesn't want the truth coming out.
Mm-mm.
And I would love to, if you do, I would love to see the whole conversation. Everything
Voice is
everybody's
shaky
saying.
there, girl.
Yeah,
Why is
it
your
is.
voice
Voice
shaking?
really was
Anybody who
shaking,
knows-
isn't it? She's really unsure as to whether I've still got it all or not.
Oh,
No,
she's
I don't keep stuff like that, Ziggy, because I thought it was a pile of bullshit. When I looked into it, it was very, very easy for me to find that the person in question actually is exactly who they say they are and does have quite an influential reputation and career. You could only dream of having that significance. Just because that their hobby happens to be true crime, it doesn't mean that they're lying about the rest of their life just because you do.
That's a fact. And that had her shook. I mean, that voice, she needs to get a drink of water. She's gasping here.
Two on the phone. They know I don't just sit there. I don't shit talk people on the phone. I mean, I thought that was
No, you can just
obvious.
record it and put it out.
She was about to say, I thought that was a known. Ziggy, this ain't
You're
going well.
lying.
This ain't
You're
going well,
lying.
Ziggy.
The part she forgets is that
According
other
to
people might have her phone conversations, the other side of it recorded. I'm just saying it could have been recorded on home recording devices, maybe not necessarily the phone. But, you know, you do you.
posted. I just don't. Like, and when Lady CG would start shit talking or whatever, because she did all the time, especially after Jim died, I was just like,
I believe that.
Tanga, thank you. I do too.
I mean, I believe that. We all
I
knew
believe
that
Lolita
she.
was shit talking.
Yeah.
We never had any
Yeah.
illusions about that.
I don't believe that Lady CG was the only one doing shit talking. That's all I'm saying.
I don't
No,
believe
God,
that
no.
either. And you certainly never stopped her, did you? You certainly weren't bored of listening to it.
Yeah, you
You
didn't say,
needed it to
oh,
feel
don't talk
like
like
you
that
were-
about people.
She needed it to feel like, she was in control and had things under control. She loved that. And Lady CG fed right into it.
Oh, thank you, Ash Cash. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to keep just trying to be as speaking my truth. I'm never going
course
to.
she
They're never
did,
going to get me
Sheba.
to.
You
Try
arrived in the days
speaking truth.
afterwards. You arrived in the days after all the shit went down, when she's desperately scrambling to keep people. I hope you enjoyed your edible arrangement. Believe me, I want nothing from Ziggy. I am more than happy with nothing from her. What annoys me is the insinuations that I lie about being ill. So please knock yourself out. I hope you enjoyed every minute of it. I hope she cossets you and pats you on the head like a little dog, and you get all the love because you obviously need it.
She does.
So best of luck with that.
Bless her heart. Ziggy was scrambling after all that came out about how she didn't care, all the things that were coming out. She was like, who's in the hospital? What do I do? I'll send him to Sheba Mom. She'll back me up.
Oh, I'm sure that her game of cosseting the mods has improved. Oh, quite a lot, I would have said.
oh, I bet.
It would be lying for me to get up here, and I don't know what they want out of me.
Nothing.
I really don't.
No.
And even if I did, what, Pearl, if you're not blocked, what is it that I could do to where you guys
I'd
would
already
just
left by
move
this
on?
stage, Ziggy. This is the first time I'm hearing this. What could you do? Stop saying I'm lying would be a start. Stop trying to get this poor woman's information. She's done nothing. She's the meat in the sandwich between you and Lolita, and I will not put her name out there. And if you've got a problem with that, that's just going to have to be tough. It's not happening for any of you, because even if Ziggy didn't dig it up, the rest of you fuckers would. So that's not happening.
Stop
I would
saying
like you to
cringy
say,
things about that
I would like you
baby.
to stop. Yeah, I would like you to stop putting sexual abuse that we don't know any details of the reality of it on Summer's name.
Oh, that
If
would
it
be a
ever
start.
comes to trial and it then comes out, that's when it should be a topic of conversation, not before. You might want to consider apologising to Jane Marie for all the lies you spread about her.
Oh, that would be really good because you really lied on her name.
I do to get that. What's the expedited process here?
What?
To speed things along.
Shout out to Wee Frosty for coming back with that. Okay, you've been listening to Benny for too long. That's clear. That's not Ziggy. The expedited process. Lord.
Or are you trying to catch up to 6 Up?
Catch up to 6 Up.
Just tell me what I can do specifically.
Am I trying to catch up with 6 Up? Let me tell you, 6 Up is a far more genuine person and a far better friend than you could ever dream of being. It's sad but true. I go out of my way now, whenever I'm on a different channel, to make it very clear that my perception of 6 Up was wrong and that actually she's a decent person with a far better grasp of reality than I had at the time. And I have no shame in saying that. Shout out to 6 Up.
Yep, it's true. And there's no trauma bond, hate bonding here. 6 Up has really shown her character, and I like it.
To make this end, I want to know, like, seriously.
It's completely in your control, Ziggy. The way to make it stop being Ziggy.
Yeah. Quit holding up wire hangers talking about that little girl.
Because you don't have a real cause to be mad at me about.
Don't I? You've just called me all the liars under the sun. In this very live that you are talking on now, you called me a liar, conniving, manipulative, part of a conspiracy to try and bring you down. Somebody who called the police, somebody who called CPS. All of those are lies.
Yeah, the CPS thing, girl, let it go. You know that didn't happen. Anyway, check with your real friend or whoever's around you, your neighbors, something, because it ain't coming from over here.
Send me a gift from just being me. Country girl.
Did we get the link?
I have.
What link?
Wasn't the link posted in the Discord for we? What happened? I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I sent it to her direct message.
Oh, right.
Where you at?
You know, and what about all the, you know, I've done, I don't see other like creators doing giveaways and stuff, fun stuff like that at all. And I'm not trying to put that out there and like, oh, I did this, I did that at all. Because when you do something for somebody, it shouldn't be about that anyways. But they literally tallied up.
She did one
I don't think Esther ever really sent me super chats or anything. If she did, it was very, you know, not.
Yeah.
Often.
One.
You know, they tallied up every.
And I ain't knocking it, but quit acting like that's what you do every month or something. Just stop.
Super chat they sent me every time a purchase they sent me for product. What about the lies that you guys said that I don't have a business?
Well, if you have a successful business, why are you begging online?
Yeah, with your crawler going across. Hit Venmo, Cash App, which I ain't got nothing against people dropping their Cash App. I really don't, because a lot of people do that aren't monetized, and people will hit the Cash App. But the way that you got this set up, Ziggy 333, Venmo, highly appreciated and needed, but definitely not expected. Basically, needed. Come on. That just annoyed me. Sorry. Side bit.
You want me to agree to? I don't. Yeah, at first it's like, oh, pay Sandy back, right? And I did. And they know very damn well they encouraged her to reverse those charges. That was about $1,000 in charges.
Lie.
What?
Just 1,000, Ziggy?
1,000. Y'all go ahead and talk. I'll be right back.
I don't believe any of us were involved in that conversation. And actually, Cindy was well within her rights to try and get that turned around because you used her money to buy a load of stuff for your business, which you had no right to do.
That was not what she said to spend money on. She said a couple months rent and fix your car. I have the recording.
Not DoorDash and prisoner calls.
But
no,
Ziggy
not
buys,
DoorDash, not prisoner call, not product. $5,000 she charged her own business so that she could get cash off that card. That was not authorized.
Yeah,
That's
Cindy
why
never
PayPal
authorized
got
AA
caught.
beauty cells to take $5,000.
That's why PayPal got contacted and informed. Now, what they did with it, that's between Ziggy and PayPal. She can answer for what she did. But Cindy didn't get anything off of it. All Cindy got was when you eventually paid off the credit card, except that you still owe Ziggy, you still owe Cindy $300, plus you still owe her the payments that she made.
Oh, yeah.
Remember those?
She had to. Yeah. Because it wasn't going to
You
get
owe
paid
her that.
anyway.
So
Well, you
don't
got
act
done to her
like
credit.
don't act like your debt has been paid. Now this is July already. July already. Give Cindy her money. Make right to do what you did. You knew it was wrong and you did it anyway. And you asked for it. Quit telling people that you didn't ask her for money. It's on a recording. You said it out of your own mouth.
I was
That
about to
I was
say.
gonna ask her like this, but I told her I was gonna I was gonna I was gonna ask for like a couple of people, but to borrow some money. Well, I didn't say it. I said it better than that. It didn't sound so. Yeah, I have that recorded. I have that clip from you saying that, Ziggy. You.
That's exactly how she sounded too. Talking in circles.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. I think I was cutting out and I had to drop down and come back.
All right. You're back.
I already had obviously used the money and she reversed the charges, all the charges in my PayPal. And so then they're like, when I sent the 7,200, they're like, oh, you still owe 300.
Show the fucking proof,
They
Ziggy,
went months
that they
about
were
that. And a couple of months or a month or two ago, I realized, I was like, you know what? I don't owe her anything. She reversed all those fucking charges that I have to pay for.
You
show the proof.
Ziggy. There's your Ziggy.
You bitch. You owe her that money plus the payments that she made. You absolutely owe that to her. She didn't get anything back. You produce a damn receipt that shows where Cindy got money back. She didn't. All she got was you paid off the rest of that card.
Did you hear
But
that, Kriss?
Didn't pay her the $300, and you didn't pay her the payments that she made because you didn't want to make payments on time and wanted to fuck up her credit. Remember that, Ziggy? Remember where you couldn't figure out a bill and how interest worked and all of that? I haven't forgotten.
I love spicy Eliza.
Threaten me, pump fear in me, because that's hard to do. I don't give a damn. None. So that ain't gonna work on me. That reverse psychology, one, you ain't good at it. Two, it just don't work.
How hard it's difficult to deal with just yourself.
Oh, I bet it is, Ziggy. I bet you have a hard time, don't you?
But having to take on everybody else's bullshit too, that because you have a channel with them, that's just how it is. So you could be up here and be like, oh, I didn't do that. Oh, none of you don't know for a fact, just like you said you seen.
None of these ladies are waving wire hangers or scamming somebody taking money off their credit card. I promise you that. Big
True
difference.
story.
Her nurse ID. Why would she show you a nursing ID anyways?
We've done explained.
Who was the one that actually got the backbone and said, okay, we can't do this. This is making us look bad. It's so obvious.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly
All
what I said.
7 of us.
Yes.
Never.
All 7 of us. sat
3 of
on
us
the
wearing a
couch
trench
and
coat and a hat.
Brought up.
What-
we never were considered how it made us look. You dumbass.
I didn't care how it made us look. I cared about the truth.
That's
And
all.
we sat on an 8-hour phone call in Discord, the 7 of us, and
Yeah.
we went through everything and we researched and we found everything we needed to know. And even then, had she been truthful, we could have forgave so much of it.
Yeah, Ziggy, again, you're wrong. That's not how that went at all. And that's not how I talk.
Right? And what about Ziggy's
Because you guys
history?
all-
Should these people back her? These people still support Ziggy, and she has a horrible, horrible back history.
Well,
Horrible.
like I said
But people
earlier,
still support her. I mean,
like I said earlier, I don't think people in this sector or many others are used to people just taking accountability and saying, I was wrong, damn it. I don't think they know what to do when that happens. One, it takes that leverage from them. And two, I just don't think that they are used to it, that somebody actually said, we were wrong. This is what we're doing. Just don't think they're used to it. It's not what people
And I find
do.
it hilarious that when we've actually come out and said, yes, we were wrong, even if we were motivated by what we believed was the truth, it turns out we were wrong. And that we approached Lolita and she just was not willing to acknowledge it in any way. And you got people like Purple saying, look at what they did to Lolita.
She really did. She said that. That came out of her ignorant mouth. Look what they done to Lolita over there. Purple, I ain't going to ask because you're not okay. And your commentary earlier, I was listening to a few minutes of that. Girl, don't try to do commentary. It sucks. I mean, it's awful. You sound like a 12-year-old and you ask your mommy, can I have a commentary channel? And they said, yes, go ahead, big dummy. You sound stupid.
And I'm tired of hearing grown-ass adults say the word fifis.
Oh, God.
What the fuck?
I want to hurt.
Ugh.
Yeah, fifis. Yeah, one, that ain't a word. Two, it ain't funny. I can go on and on. You're not funny when you say fifis. God, stop when you hear a word overusing it. Purple.
Does somebody have their fifis hurt?
This message is brought to you by diabetes.
By what? What
Huh?
did you say, Tina?
Diabetes.
Diabetes. Diabetes. Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Changed at once. Exactly what you did to me. You guys all left her at once in the background, contacting. Oh, what should we do? You had to have each other. You couldn't do it yourself.
Oh, bitch.
Bullshit.
Bitch. You see what I'm saying? You can't win. You can't win. They got mad when we believed it, of course. Then they got mad because we walked away. Do you all see this? Do you hear it? You can't fix stupid. There ain't no way.
But
You
we
just-
talked
Here.
for 8 hours and we all said, what are we going to do? And every single person said what they wanted to do. We were walking away regardless if she was not willing to be honest with us.
here's the bottom line. I don't care what they think was the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do. We did what we felt was right for us.
Yeah, it wasn't for the
That's
internet.
just the way it is. It wasn't for anybody else. It was for us.
Right.
For the internet, I could care the hell less. I promise you that. If you're happy with it, great. If not, oh well. That's it. I gotta look at me. I gotta lay down at bed at night and know that I'm good. The rest of y'all, I can't do nothing about.
That's right.
Right.
Is what I'm stating.
Exactly.
And
I stood alone up
logically,
here when felt like
sorry.
no.
Sorry, Pearl.
I was just going to say, logically, look at the way the timeline went. We were deep into defending Lolita. Why would we go, if we actually knew, why would we go that far down the line and then suddenly it decide to make a move away because the truth wasn't being acknowledged? That doesn't make sense.
None. I'm glad you
Absolutely.
brought that up. Why would we go that far with it and then be like, this ain't a
We
good idea?
changed our mind. Yeah.
Shit, y'all think. That's all
If
you
we
gotta do.
knew beforehand, we would have just carried on. You know, if we were actually motivated by deceit, we would just carried on and bet on the fact that there would be as many people who believed us as believed you, and it would be a war of who you believed. But that wasn't the case. We actually wanted it to be the reality of truth. And when we realised that things were not as we thought they were, and that in fact this was Mary Beth, and we tried to have this discussion about it and we could not make that work, we didn't have any other choice but to walk away. We were going to carry on with the lie. What you're saying does not make any sense. Did you want us to carry on defending her and lie? Or did you want us to tell the truth? Because it seems to me that you weren't happy with either.
No, she wasn't. If she was
No.
being honest with herself, Pearl, she wasn't happy with either. What she wanted was a big fallout and then us come crawling back to her as if I would ever.
No.
Never
Never.
going to happen.
I think she thought that's what would happen by taking Circle Jerks down, that we would all be back. We've said it from day one. We will never be back. And we're still not back.
And she didn't
Ziggy.
take nothing down. You hear me? You hear us? We're still here. Hello.
We
There
are.
was absolutely no dispute amongst the remaining jerks. When we were discussing this, there was no recriminations amongst each other. We were all united in the fact that we had believed it was true and we now did not believe it was true. What were we going to do? We were united. We're still united.
Yeah, and I think what people
Absolutely.
need to understand too is that I didn't listen to Ziggy. I didn't listen to Jenna. I didn't listen to Harry or Sarah or whatever the fuck their things are. I had saw the stuff about Harry, which if he wants to keep going and they want to keep going, I'm not going to do it, but I'll send all the info to somebody because you are not clean, my friend.
Yeah, Ziggy, did you not do any background checks there, or is it just who you were motivated against that you were concerned about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Did
have
you
child
look-
endangerment charges. You have simple assault against Lolita and your said child. It's all there. It's all public information. Go find it. But nobody
Anybody
did
could
the
look it up.
information, and they brought these people out, and they brought these people forward like they had all the information. No, look into it because
Purple
I could
let
have
'em
forgave
lie.
all that. Yeah.
Purple let him lie on her panel about the
And-
whole thing. She had the article right there. She could clearly see that what he was saying did not line up with the facts.
Right.
And he pled guilty.
And I will
these
tell
are
you, in
facts.
looking up Lolita, her charges come from the late 90s, early 2000s. I could have forgave all that. I don't care what you did 20 plus years ago.
Hey, Bee the Bean. All right, y'all. I'm going to play a little bit more of this.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Nobody had my back at the worst time in my life when Jim passed away.
Oh, God. Here we go.
I don't. If you're being honest, you don't need a whole group to back what you're saying. It's great if they do, and if you have supporters. But if you knew it was wrong, you should have left on your own. You shouldn't have had to contact your little buddies behind the scenes that you've never met. You don't know really who they are to do the right thing.
Ziggy, shut the fuck up.
Boom.
Ziggy, shut
There it
the
is.
fuck up. You
Yeah.
contacted Jenna. She fumbled the bag, and you said, give it back. Shut up.
That's it, though. She just said
We
it.
see it.
She's mad that we all didn't walk away from each other.
No, yeah, just what I just said. She's pissed
Yeah.
off. This is how she
Yeah.
thought this would play out. That's what you get for thinking. And you worked with Jenna behind the scenes, and the big dummy made sure we all knew.
Damn, Ziggy, you're dumb.
God.
So dumb.
That's exactly
She
what
fucked
you
up
guys did.
so much. She sent
None of
Jenna
you?
a
None of
copy
you.
of
Well, there has been actually. I shouldn't.
I'll just say it real quick. She sent Jenna a copy of the package she sent to Lolita. Boom, bitch.
Boom.
Proves
Yeah.
our point.
How did Jenna get the photograph of somebody's package if it wasn't from you, Ziggy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Your
I have
little
a
buddy.
clip. I have a clip of Jenna saying Ziggy sent her everything, just told her not to
Yeah.
put out anything about her daughter.
And do you
That's
remember
I
that
have
night
that
that
clip.
do you remember that night that Jenna showed a clip of an image of something, and her email inbox was in the background,
Yes,
and lo and
yes.
behold, there was Tangeray's mother's address in one of the title lines.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get that from, Jenna? We know.
we know.
Right?
Yeah, we know.
Sure do.
Where'd the package
Say
go?
that. There has been some that have left
know.
because they, for whatever reasons. So I don't know exactly what they're about.
Real quick, they left because their own personal issues with Lolita. Wasn't nothing to do with me or the rest of us. They had their own issues. We understood it. We moved along. The end.
And if you think that she has been sending you parcels purely and gifts purely out of concern, Sheba Mom, XX Country, Jam 420, she's got all your details now. Worked out well for the other people.
And you better not cross her, because
You
she
guys are
will use
stuck
it against
there.
you.
You're
That's-
stuck there.
That's right.
But if your
TJ.
info does get leaked, I'd like you to know that it is against the law. There are privacy laws for consumers, and you can file complaints with the Attorney General. So,
But like TJ said,
go for it.
you cross her, God bless. You'll be all over the YouTube. Oh, look, I got unblocked.
I even remember sending her info when she was looking up Donwell's family tree. Remember? She's like, they're part of some, what do you call that? Like, where they have multiple wives.
Polygamy. Polygyny.
LDS.
They're polygamous, right? They're a polygamous family. They're polygamy and da da da. And I kept sending her info and I go, no, I don't think it's right. And she's literally screeching her life. It's right, guys. I've done my research. I was like, ah, well, fuck it. I won't send you any more info.
Right. And I'm back, y'all. I see. She didn't block me then. I got timed out. And I said, at least you know I'll drop you that fast if you're a lying scam, Ziggy.
None of you spoke up or came out about her lying or seeing, you guys always had to have somebody to back you. Just like when you come in my chat, there's there's several of you. There's never just one.
There were two today.
That shows to
Ziggy.
me that you're weak.
Ziggy,
You don't
we're a
believe in what you're
group
saying. You know that.
of 7 people. We might end up in the same chat, a few of us. It could happen.
We might
I'm
share
not
the
weak,
same
Ziggy.
subscribers.
Like
I
when
was
you're
happy to
talking
come up
shit.
on your channel on my own.
Oh yeah, I had no clue. I was in the grocery store, zooming by, had no clue any of this was going on.
I was catching up on 6 Up from last night. I had no clue until I went in there and I was like, holy shit. And I rewound and caught up
that
on
was a
2X.
good live. That was a good
It was
live.
a great live.
Yep.
But here's the thing, Ziggy. I do watch you. Because I fucking hate what you do on Summer's case. There is so much about you that I do not like, that anything good I ever thought, I don't even know what the fuck I was thinking. So no, I do watch you because I want to fucking talk about you. And I'm not the only one talking about you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing I could admit I was wrong about, Ziggy. I was wrong about you. I was wrong to ever be in your chat, to ever mod for you. I was wrong. That was a mistake on my part.
Yeah, I'll own that too. Should have never been there.
I felt like it was a single mom. I told you guys this before our live today when we were talking. I have heartstrings for single moms and addicts, right?
Mhm.
And it pulled on my fucking heartstrings. And I was fucking lied to about everything. You weren't a single mom. You had somebody paying your bills. And now you got to fucking do it. And then you're like, oh, and Becca told me to go get a job. Yeah, I told you to go get a fucking job because that's what we do in life.
How dare you come at her with logic and reality? What are you
Where
thinking?
does she think the money comes from that people send her?
Yeah.
They get it from
because
their
I
jobs.
work my ass off. It's not
And
fucking
shout
free
out
to
to
me.
all the workers. Shout out to the people doing service jobs, working in shops, working in fast food businesses, people who sort out the rubbish, people who work in the sewage. A world that only had people who did jobs that they just wanted to do would be a world that would teeter within days. I'm sick of the snobbery, looking down on people who you don't consider have a decent job. They're hardworking people. They look after their families. Give them some fucking respect.
I agree. And here's the thing. If you don't like, I'm a huge proponent of if you're going to go to work and be away from your family more than you're with them, like what you do. So find something you like what you do. And if you have to get a job doing this in order to wait for the job doing what you like to do, then so be it. We've all done it. We've all grown. We've all had to do jobs we don't fucking like, but they were temporary in order to get us to the next step.
Exactly. It's part of the trip, not the destination. Lots of people have had to do jobs that they don't want to do. I didn't particularly enjoy being a waitress in a golf club, but I did it. Admittedly, not this side of university, but
Right.
No,
needs
but
must.
I don't understand it because I guess that's one thing I can thank my parents for. They always taught me hard work and they taught me that nobody is going to give you anything. If you want it, you go out and you fucking make it happen. And that is one thing I've always known. So people like to say, oh, you have this, you have that. Everything I have is because I worked my ass for. Nobody gave it to me. I didn't have a handout. I didn't have parents who gave me this and that. What, like everything I have, putting myself through school even. And it took a long time being a single mom because I had to take breaks because it wasn't paying the bills. And then I'd go back. So yeah, it took me a while to finish school, but I did it. You have to want it and you have to want it for yourself.
Well, Ziggy don't. She wants her subscribers to pay for it. The end.
You know,
I
you
didn't
can
have any
a way to
financial
stand on it.
support through university from my family. They weren't in a position to do that. I had to go and do it for myself.
Right. I did too. And I did it. And I graduated. And that's one of the things I'm proud about because I fucking did it myself. And even my last semester, I had a baby and a full-time job and going to school. And I literally thought, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I was getting no sleep. But you know what? I made it.
All the
I made
things
it.
You
that
were
she says
pregnant when
about
you finished your degree.
No, when I finished my degree, I had a 9-month-old son.
Oh my goodness.
Even
One
more.
second.
Even more to be celebrated. You did it with a under a year. Wow.
I had a newborn. I was working full time. I also had an older child, a husband, and going to school full time. And when I say I didn't sleep that whole last semester, I didn't really sleep. I'd maybe get
It's
2
no
hours a
wonder you
night.
demand your 8 hours now, darling.
I do
How many
demand
hours
8
to make
hours
up
every
for?
night. I do. But
But she
you know
talks
what? It was
about-
worth it to me. It was worth it. And that's what I don't get from people who just want handouts because I've never had a handout. Like everything my husband and I have now today is because we both worked our asses off to get what we
All the-
have.
And
all the
anybody who
crap she
thinks
talks-
business owners don't work is deluded. Small business owners work their asses off.
Oh yeah.
I worked until live today, and it's Saturday. Yes, we do.
All
all
right.
the
So
crap
I'm gonna
she
play a little
talks
bit more
about-
of this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
all the crap she talks about Don Wells, but that man goes out and tries to find work.
Yeah.
Very true.
She'll
very
talk
true.
on him all the time.
It's
say
very
horrible
true,
things.
though.
Yep.
But
He's
at
doing
least
more
he
than
goes
her.
and looks for work. Yeah.
I mean, he might be fired now that he has to leave and come back, which we got to plan another live this week, y'all, because there is so much to get into with what's
Oh,
going
so
on.
much.
There is, and we
Benny.
will. I got to catch up.
Oh God, you got to watch Benny's lives. Let me tell y'all, I got to derail this for a minute. Him and Tiffany Marie are back in cahoots. It's a mess. He finally changed his tank top though, but he's still eating on live streams.
Thank goodness. Ugh.
Yeah. Phew, if I saw another one of those.
That is so precious. Him and Tiffany Marie. Oh,
He's
Aw,
about to put
kinda
it out on
cute.
Oh,
Fizzle.
that is true love right there.
Ain't it?
Hmm.
But he might
Precious.
want to be,
Oh,
yeah, he might want to be careful though, putting a lot out on Fizzle, because I would imagine they both know each other's deepest, darkest. So good luck to him on that.
I think they do.
Mm-hmm. All right. And I'll have to get off here in about 15 minutes, y'all.
No, you're good.
Seriously, guys. I mean, that's really what the last thing she said too was something about her diagnosis. Like, and I said, and she said, I said, what? Or something. What'd she say? I said, oh, no.
No.
I don't mean it like that, Sheba. It felt like I was alone. You know what I meant. It did feel like I was alone.
There's Sheba, Mom. Notice me. Notice
Sheba.
me.
But I was there, Ziggy. I was there.
What are you talking?
You're
I
right.
didn't mean I was alone.
Sheba, I was there, damn you. Oh, there I am again. Guess she
Pick
didn't
me,
block.
pick me.
Yeah.
Problem was Sheba Mom wasn't paying her fucking bills, so was she alone? Yeah.
Right.
What is Meep talking about? Where's Summer's name? Are you fucking serious? See what I mean? See what I mean?
See what I mean?
There is no, her name's not in the
See what I
title.
mean,
Is this for
guys?
real, guys? This is the shit. I can't.
Doesn't
Okay,
have
to
to be
be
in
fair-
the title. It doesn't have to be in the title, you shithead. Look
Well,
what you said about her.
That's true. But honestly, her name wasn't in it. It said, check me out tonight on Key Cream. How about that? But anyway, good on them for throwing her off her game. It don't take much.
I just like Ziggy to know I'm going to check her out over there. And if anything's cool, I might talk about it. Just letting you know.
Tits is letting you know she'll be roaming these streets tonight, okay?
Yeah.
Cannot
Of
even
course.
make this shit up, guys. I cannot.
I cannot.
Her name's not in the title. What are you talking
She's
about?
getting that
See,
pitch
this
up
is the
there
flaws I'm
high
talking about.
again.
Constant.
Yep.
Hi, bitch.
Constant.
I'm not going to lie. I love triggering
It
bitches.
felt like I was alone at that time because, I mean, it felt like
I hate talk to text. Jenna, can you not understand me? How bad was, and it put Jennifer. How bad, dang it. How bad did Jenna fumble your bag? Not Jennifer, damn it. This thing don't listen to me.
when they did it on purpose, like as far as grouping together, you know, couldn't do it alone, but they all suddenly hated me overnight. You know,
Yeah, that's
all of a
how
sudden,
that-
all of them just despise every single little thing about me.
Because it
overnight.
makes sense to to ditch all of your friends because of what one friend did, right? That makes all the
Right.
sense in the
I
world.
didn't hate her overnight. Here's the
Yeah, it
problem,
didn't happen
Ziggy.
overnight.
I never truly fucking cared about you. I cared, but I didn't care. So see,
We
when
like
I
the
left
people
you,
in your chat.
yeah, when I left you, it really didn't affect my life because I had the people I honestly liked over here. What I cared about was Lolita. That one fucking hurt. You never hurt. Lolita hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I agree.
Every single one of them.
I think realizing that she didn't care hurt more than realizing that it was true.
That really did. Yeah. The part where
Yeah.
she didn't care. That bothered me more than her past. That damn any of us could have got through, but the fact that you
Well, here's the
just-
thing. I talked to Ziggy one time. I talked to her on the phone one fucking time.
Mhm.
I texted her information on cases. It was very platonic, like, hey, case, oh, hey, here's this on this case. Oh, hey, this is what I found on this case. I was trying to get her to do more true crime. So if you had noticed, I would only super chat or cash app during true crime segments because I was trying to encourage her to only do that. I didn't want to hear about the fucking Jason and dramatics, and I didn't care about that shit.
I only catch
But I never truly fucking knew Ziggy or cared about Ziggy. I thought I knew Lolita,
Mhm.
and I truly fucking cared about her. There's a huge difference.
Big roof.
Seeing cracking asses in the chat has
Yay!
reminded me that one of the things that was muted out on that conversation was when I said about her response to me and my diagnosis. I followed up that comment by saying, and when we were all worried about cracking asses and we didn't know where she was, and it turned out that she'd had a heart attack, and there were days when we were wondering where she was, and you said nothing was muted out. So none of you actually heard that, but that was one of the things that I brought up because that really bothered me. Really bothered me.
And that did get muted
Right.
conveniently.
Thank you, Ashcast. I'm glad that you have. It's like, what? I was like, when I read that, I'm like, what? I almost was starting to defend it, like, or be like, oh my God, I'm sorry. It has something. Because I was like, oh crap, they probably shouldn't have Summer's name in the title. You know, what's this? However, this is not what it was meant for at all. It was just to come on here, talk a little bit, and tell you guys about the live I'm going to go on tonight.
Can I answer Jam 420, please?
Please.
I'm trying to find, I think it's been scrolled up a bit now. She said that I must have been diagnosed as crazy. I have taken antidepressants since I was diagnosed with postnatal depression after my first baby. I'm not ashamed of that. I take my medication every day. It controls my issue with depression. It has never made me go screaming out into the night with the camera held up to my face outside the U-Haul. So, you know, you're
There's
quite happy to see that sort of behaviour as perfectly normal. I'm medicated and safe. God bless you.
Yeah. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with medication.
Absolutely
Sorry.
not. And I'm not at all ashamed, which is why I'm quite happy
Nope.
to talk about it.
Yeah, I agree. I take Zoloft. It's great.
I believe I take the European version of that, which is sertraline.
Oh yeah, sertraline. That's generic.
I don't take
Yeah.
shit. Y'all wish.
I do sertraline too.
Hell,
Well,
I
ladies,
take
I hate to, but I have to jump down. The little one, it will be here in 5 minutes, and somebody took her
Love you
stopper,
too.
so she's going to be in hollering and all that stuff.
Well, I think we're done listening to Ziggy. I've had all
I
I
think
can
so,
say for
too.
one fucking day.
Also, shout out to Ziggy. You might want to pay attention to Soup here, who takes parental guidance very seriously and is going to look after her little one by getting off YouTube.
Yeah, it's
Have a nice night, Sue.
good night. I love y'all.
Love ya.
Good night, Sue.
I
Love
love
you,
you, darling.
Sue.
See, catch you later in Discord.
Yeah, we can say bye-bye to the fat ass walrus for a while.
Yeah, I've had all I can take from Ziggy. This chick,
I just
I-
can't even say her name.
I can't
listen
comprehend
to
that she's like, okay, maybe 2 years younger than me.
You know it's
And-
bad when Julie's throwing down.
Yeah, and this is your concept. Like, I don't. Where the fuck did your parents fail you? I just want to know.
They don't even. Do they even? I don't know. I can't.
I
speak
don't
on that.
know,
They're-
but somebody failed you somewhere to give you
Yeah.
this level of, like, I don't know. You come online, you beg for money. What the fuck? I would never do that shit. I would get out. I would work fucking 10 jobs if I had to provide. I mean, you have a teenage child, so it's not like you need daycare and shit like that, right? You are not disabled. You have the ability to get a job. You have the ability to make life what you want. You have the ability to show your daughter what work does.
She's
they both
entitled. She's
they
entitled.
both
She's
work.
let Jim pay for everything she
Yep.
had and her daughter had.
Yeah, but I can't even imagine.
She
Like, Jem's not here
expected it.
anymore. Sadly, Jem is not here anymore.
And that's
So
why
now
she's
what is going to
pissed.
happen?
That's why she's pissed, because now she has to take care of her and her daughter. But she's still not. So her way, instead of getting a job, is, well, I'll just continue begging.
See, I
Yeah,
just
she's
don't
gonna
understand
take
that
daughter
because I could never do that. Like, I'm not going to say I could never, because if it came to the point of my children not having food and my children having food,
Right.
I would
right.
probably go down to resources local to me
But that's the
to get
difference.
food for my kids to eat, right? So I
Right.
would do that if in that situation. I
But
would
you-
make sure my children were eating and that they were happy and healthy, and I would go to local resources to get help. I
And
couldn't
you
You
try to
don't
find
have
a
a
job,
self
right?
entitlement. She
What?
has a self entitlement. You don't. She
Well, yeah,
thinks
because
she
my
is
parents never
owed
taught me
it.
that.
Right. But
I mean,
she thinks she's
I give a
owed
lot of
it.
credit to my parents. They actually are really good parents. But they taught me whatever you want. It's going to take a lot of hard work, but you can do it, right? And I knew I could always do everything I wanted to do.
Well, bottom line,
And in my 20s, I didn't really know myself or what I wanted to do. In my 30s, I figured it out. In my 40s, I'm fucking excelling.
Look at the cow.
here's what
So
I think it is. Here's what I think it is. I think she's entitled and she's lazy. And I think
you're
that's
right.
only,
Lazy
I
is
think that's it.
a big thing.
Lazy and entitled.
Oh,
That's why
definitely.
she won't get a job. I don't think it has anything to do with the way she was raised or the way her parents are. I think
No.
she's lazy and entitled.
I agree with the lazy and entitled. I couldn't imagine this is my life in my 40s. The way she's acting is somehow maybe how I would have been in my early 20s. Not that way, but you know what I mean? Where you're trying to figure out what you're going to be and figure out what your life is. And
If she cared anything about taking care of her child and herself while Jim was paying her bills, she would have been earning money also. She was
she could have
happy.
finished school by now.
She was happy to sit back and let him provide for them. She had no self. Go ahead, Eliza.
She blames all of her problems on everybody but herself.
Right.
She takes no accountability for the
doesn't own
situation that
anything.
she's in. It's everybody else's fault. It's never Ziggy's fault. It's never Ziggy's fault that she was so poorly prepared for a crisis to happen in her life. That's everybody else's fault. She was 40-something years old and
Yeah.
still not able to stand on her own 2 feet. Still, to this day, just a few weeks ago, was posting her electric bill on the community tab, begging for subscribers to pay it for her? Are you kidding me?
Well, and here's the thing, too. Even if Jim had a life insurance, which he didn't, everything else was left to his kids. It was never going to be left to you. So why, she says, I always had this feeling. Why wouldn't you be setting yourself up to be able to handle your situation, to be able to take care of your child?
Yeah, she
and
was
not
entitled
rely
to
on
nothing
somebody
of
else.
his. She
No,
wasn't
nothing.
married to him. She was not entitled to anything of
You
his.
turned down his proposal. You could have been married to him if you wanted to, the supposed love of your life, but you didn't. And as to standing on your own 2 feet, I can't stand on my own 2 feet. But you know what? I stripped down all this bedding yesterday. I'm lying on a clean set of bedding. I am perfectly clean. My clothing is clean. I managed to do that. Why is it that your able-bodied ass can't do it?
Amen.
She loved Jim so much, she was chasing after another man and going on and on and on about him on the internet, on her
Like a
YouTube
protection
channel.
order.
Like a
Obsessed
15-year-old.
with this guy. That's how much she loved Jim.
And she put it all over YouTube.
Yes.
That's what she did. For
It
the
wasn't
man
until
that,
Jim
she
passed
supposedly
away that-
loved.
Yeah, it wasn't until Jim passed away that he was the love of her life.
And
That's
she
not
felt
the story
well.
any of
Yep.
us were told.
That he was a stalker, right? She went and got a protection order.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, or tried to anyway.
And sadly, we believed her.
Yeah, I absolutely feel terrible about that. When I listened
Me
to
too.
sisters talk about him, and I saw when I was sent all the photographs to put the video together, and I saw him with his friends and how everybody was always hanging off him and everybody around him was smiling and he was smiling. And he was there going abroad on trips and doing different things that he went and did on his own because she could not be bothered to go with him. Imagine being the sort of person who turns down the opportunity to go on a cruise. I was astonished because I absolutely believed this bullshit about him being a controlling, miserable.
Sorry, not Pearl.
I know.
Well, we
Yeah,
had
He
he's
nothing
looking at
lived a
else.
so
long
good.
and
That's
happy life. He really did.
all we knew is what she told us about him, and she didn't tell us good things.
No, she
Not
didn't.
until he
And what
passed
Ziggy needs
away.
to remember is that not everything said was on a live. There's still a whole chat you were in on Discord, and you said a lot of shit, and I have access to it.
Well, there's that.
I just, honestly, I'll let it be known. Like, yeah, no, it wasn't even the sisters who originally reached out. It was the children. The children were hurt. The children were pissed at what was being said. They were so fucking heartbroken. It wasn't even funny, to the point they couldn't even speak. So they allowed their aunt, his sister, to come on and say, and they all talked beforehand, and they all knew what was going to be said, and they reviewed it before it was put out. They asked for a couple things to be taken out, and we did that. But it was heartbreaking to hear their story, and that put things in perspective for me, honestly.
Yeah. But don't take our
Yeah.
words for it. Go back and listen to Ziggy. Go back and listen to Ziggy. 31st of October, 1st of November, 2nd of November. Remember that those girls had just lost their father, that they adored, and she tore them to shreds. Imagine that happening to you.
She did, especially the youngest. She really went for the youngest. And it was heartbreaking because they were going through so much. And I will give those children a lot because as a family, they came together, they got an attorney, they divvied everything up, they didn't fight over anything. It was honestly beautiful the way they handled everything, I thought. But that's not really for public consumption. And I have a lot of messages, even still to this day, and I will never release those ever.
Happy 4th checking. Have a fun, a fun
We
holiday.
set off some fireworks today.
When Ziggy fucking put the fire, we just blew it up.
Yeah, I would like to point out, I mean, I was over there looking at her going through Jackie Dobbs's house sale listing. Goodness knows why that's relevant to Summer's case. And if you hadn't have started talking about us, I wouldn't have asked for a link. Cause and effect.
All because I just asked about a photo.
Right.
All that because I asked if that was a photo that she posted on her community tab. It was a very similar photo. My apologies. Wait, I'm not apologizing. My mistake.
Well, and I mean, here's my thought. You have a teenage daughter. Know where they're at, know what they're posting, know who their friends are. I'm sorry. I don't think Doug is the creep you need to worry about. There are so many creeps in this world. You should know who's on your child's social media. That's for anybody, everybody.
Yeah, everybody should know. Well, it's a
I
dangerous
mean,
world
I've
out
watched
there.
enough true crime. I've watched enough Catching a Predator, all this kind of stuff, right? That, yeah. I mean, if you follow true crime like Ziggy does, like, you should fucking know this girl.
It's fine if you trust your daughter, but you can't trust everybody that may come into
Yeah, but
contact with
these
your daughter.
people have abilities to manipulate and convince.
Exactly.
I mean, there's shows on this. There's
Yes.
one that's on Investigation Discovery where they set up fake accounts to track predators, right? Of coming for minors, and they do it, and it's crazy. So I think you have to be fully involved in your kids' social media and online presence, and talk to them about it.
Yeah, protect them. Help
Yeah.
them know how to be safe. It's very important.
I
Doesn't
think a
matter
lot
how
of
much
people
you
are
trust your
naive.
child.
Yeah.
Right. They think, well,
I would trust my children,
child.
but
It's not a matter of trusting your child. It's trusting the people that your child may come into contact, and your child may believe that they're speaking to somebody that is their age, when indeed it could be a 40-year-old man in his mother's basement.
right. And they're not like just some Joe Schmo, right? They're very manipulative.
Mhm.
They're very
They're groomers.
convincing. They groom. They do groom. And
They're
Can
looking
we
for
also point
kids
out-
whose
Safe.
mamas don't spend enough time up in their business. That's exactly who they're looking for.
Can we point out that Stars is dropping the link to vote for JBT?
Oh, yes.
yeah,
vote for
Everybody
please
get your
go
votes
vote.
in.
Get those votes in. Vote 'em
Is
up,
he still
vote 'em
in
up,
first
vote 'em up.
place?
6 up, right?
And this is the final push.
When I voted this morning, he was in fourth.
Okay. Get those
It
votes in
just
for him,
needs to
guys.
be 4th or higher to go through to the next round. So 4 is fine, but higher would be even better.
So please go
Is
vote.
it 2 for 1, J. Marie? Today it's 2 for 1, guys.
Oh, it's 2 for 1 again today. Go vote. Let's make his dreams come true. We can do it. Please, everybody, go vote.
Yes,
that's
if you
true, Stars.
remember the 2 Delphi girls, one of them, they believe was in contact with a sex offender because he was part of a joint profile that all these pedos were using with a model's details on it. Accepting friend requests because you think that the picture looks good. Yeah.
I mean, look at my profile pic. That's not a real picture of me, guys. Just saying.
My last boob profile was not my boobs, so
Those weren't
I
actually
know
your
that was
boobs, yeah.
shocking to a lot of people, but
Really?
they weren't my
'Cause
boobs.
that's my real picture.
I'm getting ready to figure out how to put new boobs in this pink profile. I'm gonna do it.
I'll give you a blank so you can do it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna have to go. My husband just cut down my rose bush.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you probably don't want
What the
witnesses.
Oh no, one of the new ones.
Oh, no.
That's not good.
I'm going to be getting down to guys, actually.
I think
Yeah, I
we're
think
probably
we
ready
should
to
have
end.
got to the end of the road, and I think a lot of people want to go over and see what the hell Tiffany Marie's got planned. I
Tiffany
think
Marie on
that,
trimmed it.
live.
And they doxed her boobs.
Well, here's the thing. I watch a lot of people. Actually, I've
safe with
taken the
luck.
last few days off because it was in the month and I was busy. So I haven't watched a lot of people for the last few days, but I do watch a lot of people. So yeah, sometimes we talk about it. It's cool.
Star says protect her husband. He's in trouble.
Right?
I think he actually just trimmed it way down, but
Okay.
it actually really,
I don't think you do that in July though.
yeah, but there was a lot of dead on it, so we
See,
had
mine
to.
has
Black
that,
Belt
and it's
BB
never done that
says-
before.
Is cutting down your rose bush a metaphor?
Possibly.
It had so much dead on it that it just wasn't
Right, I
doing
love
good.
Volta.
Actually, we did that to the lilac bush we have out front a few years ago. There was so much, I don't know what it had on it. It was an infection of some sort. And so we literally took a chainsaw,
I think
cut the whole thing
Frosted
down to
got
the ground.
this back a few
And,
weeks ago, and it just killed a lot of it.
Oh.
I find it ironic that
I'm out, guys. I'm
tits-
going with cracking to
Okay.
do bad girl shit. Bye.
Okay.
Bye, Tango.
bye, darling.
Bye, Tanga. I find it ironic that Tits has a lilac bush.
I do have a lilac bush. And honestly, we did chop it
That's
all off.
why we had you
And now
play
it's as tall as the
lilac
house.
evenings.
Yes.
You've got an old fashioned one then.
I
have the
do.
true
I
name
have
called the
this lilac
deadwood.
bush that won't quit growing.
And I have a honeysuckle that we'd have no idea where it came from. I didn't plant that thing. And it was, like you said, as tall as the house, the vines were. And I was like, so he went out and cut it down, and it's growing again.
It happens like that.
Oh, those things are, some of them
Yeah.
are stubborn. The ones you want to come back are not so willing.
That's a
No,
bit
yeah, I
like
do have a
YouTubers.
lilac bush. It is. I actually sent you guys a picture not long ago in Discord because the hail tried to take it out.
Oh, no.
Like
And
we've
I
had
thought-
massive amounts of hail this year. It's
And the
insane.
people that were redoing their roofs before the
Oh my
season's
God.
over.
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
just redid the roofs. Like
are
literally
you
5 houses
serious?
around me just got the roofs redone 2 days ago. Yesterday
said that.
morning, I woke up. It was fucking helling again.
Oh,
It was like
Oh, no.
9 a.m. and helling.
no. Was it big hail or just little pellets?
It was just little, but it held a lot for a long time.
Yes.
So it like looked like
It
we had
damaged.
snow all over the yard.
Gee.
What the hell?
I mean, our insurance company's been calling us like, do you have damage? And we can see there's damage because there's sand all in the gutters from the
Right.
But I'm not gonna have it done until the end of the season. So
Yeah, why do? And I saw somewhere where they've done something to roof. It's either a coating or something that they can put on to protect it so it doesn't get hail damage. And I don't know where I saw that. Probably an advertisement.
I don't know about that, but I'll tell you
I
in
know.
Colorado, because we get so much hell that insurance
Kansas
companies
used
have
to.
actually changed their policy so
Oh,
that
have
you have
they?
to pay 2% of your home value for your roof.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, our insurance is still old school, so we just have a deductible. But
Yeah, we have a
most
deductible.
people, yeah, because we get it so much. We
Yeah.
get storms so much and we get hail so much. And I mean, you could have baseball, softball sites sometimes.
Yes.
Like there are some that are like literally the size of my palm.
We've had that, but it's been a long time ago. Now we get those. One night it was just ping, 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 ping. Just little, but those
Well, I
can
say-
be damaged too.
Yeah, and I sent you guys a video on Discord like a month ago.
Yes.
This is when the big hailstorm hit that most people had damage
But you
from.
guys have
It
had it
literally
the worst
was
this year.
so much hell. Like it was so much.
You've had tornadoes like crazy.
Yeah. But they've been in Denver, which is weird because most of the time they're not in Denver.
They're not.
Like
in
there was
Denver.
one in Highlands Ranch the other day. Like people were recording it from the freeway. Usually we have them further east, but not this year. It's been a weird year.
And see, we're not getting. I'm not going to say, but I mean, Kansas is usually getting hit all the time, but we've kind of had a break for a few years.
That's nice though.
Yeah, I think so.
'Cause
But
you
it
guys are
worries-
like in the tornado alley, right?
Yeah, we are. Well, that's why I was
Yeah.
surprised with you guys that I thought, how is Colorado getting all these smacks?
Well, what's crazy is that you don't typically get them. So the closer you are to the mountains here, you don't typically see that kind of stuff because it has to come
Right.
over the mountains, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you usually see them a little further east. But even the other day, Boulder, which is right smack against the mountains, was under tornado watch. It's weird. It's a weird
Wow.
season. I mean, we haven't even put the pool up yet because we've hit 90 maybe
Still.
twice.
I know.
It's just weird this year.
It finally got
very-
hot here the last couple of days, but
How's it?
yeah. Otherwise, it was like kind of unseasonably cooler than usual. It was
See,
still warm,
we've
but
had
not
that.
not real
Yep.
hot.
We've had so many days of rain. I mean, literally raining all fucking day for days and days and days. And even yesterday it was hailing at 9 a.m. It was like thunderstorms and rain all fucking day.
Stars right, and that's where I am, Prairie Land. Sunflower fields all over, which I love.
Oh, I do love sunflowers.
Oh, I think there was go into the next little town, which is so close. They had the most beautiful field of sunflowers one year, and I was like, it was just picture perfect. I don't know if they've done it again, but
How are you for cornfields?
we have a lot of those. Oh my gosh. Yes.
We have
We have
cornfields too.
cornfields
Let me tell you, wait.
everywhere here.
Can I just respond to Purple?
We have
Here's
orange
our
groves.
corn. Here's our corn. Purple, the body doesn't digest corn. You cannot live off corn. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry to break it to you.
Sorry.
Body doesn't digest that fucking shit. I would find a new fucking field.
No.
On that window. Stinking things. I swear I'm getting ants this year in the weirdest places. I saw them. I was like, why you
I hope you
coming?
didn't get any in your pants.
Shut
Nobody
up.
wants ants in their pants.
No, but there was a big old spider
'Cause then
hanging
you
off
do
the
the
wall
hula
last
hula
night. I
dance.
was freaking out. I had a flashlight out. I was like, I tried to get him, and I only got his leg. And I was like, "Where'd you go, you little sucker?"
When it rains in on me, why do you have to grab buckets? Is there a leak?
For the ants. Is that what you mean?
Well, no, Lean on Me said every time it rains here, I have to go grab a bunch of buckets.
Because she needs a new roof.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you messed that up earlier.
Bless your
She said
heart.
she's
Oh,
got
I did. Sorry.
13,000 for a roof. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
When
expensive.
we had it's gone anywhere from used to be. I think we've only done our roof a couple times. First time I think it was 5,000, then it went up to 10,000. I was like, oh my gosh. Everything's expensive though.
Yeah, I'll get mine at the end of the season. Obviously, it's going to have to be replaced, but I'm going to wait till the end of the season.
It's expensive, guys.
Before.
It's
We have
very
a
expensive.
we have a tile roof, so far
Ooh.
it is the original roof, and we
How does
had
that do with the
one
insulation?
issue. It's great. We had one
Good.
issue with it. I guess like the tiles slid a little bit, so
Ah.
we had a leak, and we had the roofer come out, and they just had to adjust 2 tiles, and that solved the problem. So we've been very fortunate with our tile roof.
What do you have as a roof if it's not tile then?
Metal.
Some of them have like
We have shingles.
yes,
shingles.
like composite shingles.
Composite.
right.
That's what I
A
wanted
lot
to
of
say.
people have metal roofs here.
I love those. I don't know how they are as insulation, but I think they're awfully pretty.
They're cheaper too.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Our
Somebody
tile
around
roofs, most of them
I bet
out here
those are
have tile
expensive.
roofs because of
the heat.
fires. Well, fires.
Oh, yeah.
They're incredibly fire resistant. The
That makes a
tile
lot of
roofs.
sense.
So yeah.
Makes a lot. But I'm glad you said something, TJ, because I have been wondering what a tin roof a metal roof, because they are sharp looking.
And those also are fire resistant.
Are they?
A metal
Yeah,
roof?
more
Yeah.
than
Yeah, more than the
That's-
composite. Or they used to, back in the day,
We had
they used to
composite.
use wooden shake roofs. And those were, those are really dangerous with fires.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some. When you own a house, there's always so much to do. We have to do siding and.
There's always, I got to
Oh,
replace
guys,
a
speaking
fence.
of owning a house, I finally opened a mail. So I sent you guys a picture of the mail deposited on my porch the other day where my mailman was being passive aggressive, which is
Because
actually
it wouldn't
kind of
fit in the
funny.
box anymore.
Yeah,
he
so
brought
he
a
put it
bushel
all on my
basket
front
up
porch.
to your door, didn't he?
He did. But then I was like, oh shit. So there's like a lot of graduation announcements. So it had been
wow.
a long time before we had checked
Uh-oh.
our mail. I literally kept 5 pieces out of the whole thing. The rest
Isn't that
is junk.
sad?
That's, yeah.
But one of the things was our county tax assessor.
Oh.
And our house value this year went up like $127,000. What the fuck, you motherfuckers? In one fucking year? 1 year.
It is what your
I'm
money.
sick.
It's nice when you're
Which
trying
means
to sell
our
it, but not
property
when you have to pay
taxes
the
are going to go
taxes.
through the roof.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said it's nice when you're trying to sell it to see that property
Yeah.
value has increased so much, but it's not nice when you have to pay taxes.
Yeah. I was like, oh God, our property taxes are going to go through the roof this year.
Our
Yeah.
property taxes are figured in on our mortgage.
See, ours are
Well,
too.
yeah, ours are too, but as they increase, our mortgage
It
increases.
increases your
Yeah,
mortgage
right.
payment.
So
Right.
when we first bought our house, our property taxes were at 1,800. They're now over 4,000, which I mean, in
Whoa.
California probably isn't a lot, but that's a lot. So since 2014, that's a lot here.
See, and ours used to be like 11 or 1,200 a year, and now, and we don't, and that's even when we had specials, because the house was, we bought it within a year of it being built, so there was specials stuck on it, and we paid those off, and oh, my mind just went off track. Anyway, yeah, so they've doubled though since then, and I thought we don't have HOA or any of that stuff. So I don't know. I just thought it's crazy.
Oh, we still have HOA and stuff,
Do
but
ya?
that's separate.
Yeah, that's a whole separate payment.
Well, they were acting like it should be in your, and we still pay PMI.
No, it's not on our taxes. That's a separate
Really?
thing. Yeah.
We don't do a HOA. We didn't get into a neighborhood that did that, so I said nope, not doing
Yeah,
that.
I wish I didn't.
There's sometimes I wish we did, just for the fact of some people painting their houses with some crazy colors.
Yeah, there's upsides to it, but there's some downsides to
Yeah,
it too.
there is.
Yeah, when you have to get their approval to put a tree in or a bush
Yeah.
or
Yeah, that would
Any
irritate
little
stuff.
thing.
or the color
Or what
of
color
paint.
your fence is going to be
Exactly.
and all that.
Or
is
your
like-
house even, right?
Yeah,
Eliza?
yeah, it has
Yeah,
to, yes, it has
anything to
match
the
the scheme.
exterior.
Right.
Yeah, anything to the exterior you have to have approval for.
So my neighborhood is a variety of only like 5 different colors, you know. That yeah, it's
Oh, we have one in our neighborhood. We call it the Smurf house because it's Smurf blue.
yeah. I mean, I guess I'm glad that
I was like,
nobody can do that, but some other stuff they're just like ridiculously picky
Yeah.
on, and most
Yeah,
people
I
don't care
agree.
about, but there's
I
other
don't
things that
care. That's just
I'm
little.
glad that you're not allowed to park on your yard, that kind
Sure.
of stuff.
Right, yeah.
Now, in different parts of our town, they do park in the yard. They throw their crap out in the yard. They throw couches out in the. I'm like, seriously, people, don't do
Yeah.
that. It looks
Well, we
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
even
like I
have our
said, it
garbage
has-
Use
cans in the
couches
front.
as their where I live. Some
Fence have
people
to
use
be-
couches as their lawn furniture.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit.
Your
But
garbage
these are
cans
just
have
thrown
to
in
be
a
removed
ditch.
right
They just
after
don't-
they get picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ours too, and they have to be put behind a fence.
Yep.
They
Out of
cannot be
sight.
showing from the road.
And you can only put them out like the evening before. They can't. I mean, it's crazy.
Now, can
We-
you build something around it, Tits? Like a little fencing type deal?
Well, we have a
You just
fenced
better put them through the
backyard.
gate, because if you put like a
Yeah,
little
so they have
thing
to go
there,
through the gate.
you'll
Yeah, I
have to
don't
get
like
that
my trash
approved
cans
through
out
the
front, but I
HOA.
don't get a choice.
We are not allowed to have a garbage can to put our trash in to put on the road for the garbage man. We can only put out 3 bags, and if you have any more than 3 bags,
You
you
get
have to go to
charged.
you have to go to City Hall and you have to buy tags.
Oh
So
my gosh!
it's $1
horrible.
a bag.
So wait, you don't have a garbage can?
No, we're not allowed garbage cans.
Oh
Uh,
my
Wait,
the
god!
city
what?
does
Irritate
provide
me.
us with
No,
we have
you
a
just lay
garbage
them
can,
by the
a
curb.
recycle can, and a yard waste can.
Oh no,
and-
we don't do recycling down here.
Oh, see, we have 2 garbage and 2 recycle cans.
We have a
Well, I
recycling
could-
everything has
center.
to fit in those, so you cannot have anything outside of the cans. So you have 2 garbage cans, 2 recycle cans. Everything has to fit in that.
Yeah, and if
We-
you have boxes, you have
It
to break
usually
them down.
does. Yeah, you have to break your boxes down, but we could get another trash can if we wanted to. We just
Right.
one usually does it because we do break down our recycle and our yard waste and compost. So
Right,
usually
right.
everything does fit. But then also, if we have anything that doesn't fit in the can, we're allowed. I want to say 2 or 3 bulky items to be picked up, and we just have to go online and let them know before the day, and then that gets picked up separately, you know. So
See,
like
we're allowed.
sometimes you have like mattresses or something that need to get picked up, or an
We have
old
to call for
sofa.
that and ask a price.
Oh no, they do that for free. It's included with our
Really?
our
That's
service. Yeah,
nice. Ours would be like, if say we put a,
and that's
What's
every
it
month. So
it's like $25 extra for them because they have to send a special truck to come pick
Right.
it up. Because the one they use now has a not manual, like electric arms that picks it up. So they don't want to pick up anything that they don't have to get out of the truck for.
yeah, no, they don't usually. Yeah, with our cans, they don't have to get out of the truck. The bulky pickup stuff, they send a separate truck for, and
Right.
then they do have to get out of the truck. But I mean, it comes in handy when you got a refrigerator, when you replace appliances and things like
Right.
that. You just call them, and then you put it out the day they're supposed to come and get it, and
Yeah, we have
get rid
that
of it.
sort
But they do that
system.
every month. You do that
Do you
too?
have that, Pearl?
Yeah, well, if you got an appliance that you want to get rid of, or furniture or something, you have to book it ahead of time, but they will come and get it.
Yeah.
What do you do if you've got medical waste over there? Like, if you
You have
have to have any sort of injections or anything like that, do you have to have a separate bin?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
you have to take that to, like,
You gotta
say,
take it and
a
drop it off.
grocery store, pharmacy.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
that's our process too. You have a special
Yeah.
little yellow bin
Yeah.
thing that you
Mhm.
put stuff in, and it says that it's medical
Correct.
waste.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
that
have
we
a
got to
way.
handle on our own.
We have a dump, and then we have a place in town where you can take like tree limbs, that kind of stuff, and they do a burn pile, which makes
Oh,
it
see,
nice.
we have dump day once a year, so you can dump anything except
Yeah.
for like electronics and
We used to have that.
stuff once a year, but
We have that, but then they used to do it like pick out a day for the whole town. But they
Right.
quit doing that because of the people that go around picking in everybody's garbage. So
I don't
now,
care about that. I just
Yeah.
don't care about if you want to pick it.
I don't
do it, go
either.
ahead.
now
If you can use it and reuse it
Right.
instead of it being
Exactly.
in the trash, I'm all about it. Take it.
yeah.
Mhm.
So now you have to call ahead and schedule a day.
Yeah.
So
If I
nobody, the
knew
garbage
somebody that
people.
wanted something I'm throwing away, I'd have given it to them before I put it in the trash can. They can have it.
Right.
I want everything reused. I hate throwing stuff away. You know, where if
People
it can
could
be
use it,
used, if it's
possibly.
still useful. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bunch of comforters I need to get rid of, and my husband, I said, I want them in the trash bag, and they can go to.
Wash them up and hand them out to homeless.
Yes, that's a great idea.
Or
'Cause we
some
that.
places you can take them to humane societies. They use a lot
yeah,
of those for the
yes.
dogs.
That's a good idea too.
Uh-huh.
Because I have
That's
lots of
true.
pellets.
Stuffed
I need
animals.
that
They're
too.
always looking for blankets and stuffed animals.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Comfort
Cool.
items for the dogs.
Thank you for
yeah.
that idea.
Oh, and when also too, and I'm saying this because I used to be on the Humane Society board, but save your old dish towels and washcloths when you replace them. Put those in a bag, take them to the Humane Society because they use a lot of bleach when they're cleaning, and they could really use all those rags.
Mm-hmm. The old towels too. I mean, if you're done with it and replacing towels, they'll take the towels. They got to dry dogs too.
Yep.
You know,
for dog baths and all that. Yes.
good ways to reuse stuff instead of it going to a landfill.
Yes, exactly. And they
The
would
dogs
really
don't care if it has
appreciate
a little tear in it.
Right. And Humane Societies really appreciate those.
Yeah. On that note, are we ready to call this a
I'm ready.
done deal for today?
Yeah, because I need to go check out my rose
I think
bush.
we're all ranted out now.
I think we are. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Bye,
and,
guys. Thank you for
listening to
coming.
us
Bye, everybody.
rant and rave.
Good night.
And be spicy. And we'll
We
see you
love
next
we
time.
love y'all.
Good night.
Night, everybody.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.
Good night.